Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how you folks doing? Welcome to another edition of Monday Night Raw. I'm your host, Conman167, and it's great to have each and every single one of you live here today with me. Yeah, this is the final show before, well, the final Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania, I should say. And we are starting to build up the card. We're starting to finalize the card. Obviously, it has been pre-taped, so WrestleMania has happened. This Monday Night Raw has happened, but we finally get to see exactly what took place on the show. So let's see what takes place here tonight. Reminder friendly to each and every single one of you, please avoid spoiling the show, whether that be Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or most importantly, WrestleMania. Please avoid spoiling the show for everybody else watching the show here today. It would be great if you guys could work with us on that, to try to keep these streams completely spoiler-free. But here we go, everybody. Let's just jump straight into this thing, everyone. It is time for the Conman Certified Roll Call. So who do we got here today? We got WWE Toys Hunts Paz. How you doing, my friend? We got Alexander Harbulo. Welcome, my friend. We got Neek Man, Lena Spain. We got Isaac Rowe. We got Matthew Grantlin. We got Raul Capar. We got Raging Red up in here. We got Mr. Tourniquet, the Exalted One, Gian Moxley. How you doing, my friend? We got White Wolf Gaming up in here. We got Trevon Campbell. We got this freaking guy. We got Jordan Coggle. How you doing, my friend? We got Waleed Hijaz. Didier Bayomba. How you doing? We got Tyler Crawford. Jared Valerio. How you doing, my friend? We got Devin Lucas. We got Lucas Formulas. How you doing, my friend? We got Dr. Ultimo. How you doing? Sam Hobbs 23, we got EG Production, Shane the Gamer, Calvin Jackson, how you doing, my friend? We got Josh Disick up in here. We got Jeffrey Johnson, we got the Viper, how you doing? We got XDD Sean, we got the Thorn Rose, or the Rose Thorn, Casey Rose, and she dropped a $2 dono. Thank you very much there, Casey Rose. We got Steve Taylor, Manuel Bell, Kevin Langoff, how you doing, my friend? We got Brian is the best. We got Michael Cabrera. We got Gregory Thomas. I didn't say that correctly. There you go. We got Michael Cabrera. We got Manuel Bell. We got Christian Vega. Tyler Hook. How you doing? And Raul Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome each and every single one of you to the stream here today. It's great to literally have you here. So Casey says, finally spoke out about my loss against Helfrich. Ooh, that's been sitting on you there, hasn't there, Casey Rose? Thanks for your $2 dono. I do appreciate it. So today, everyone, we've got some interesting news to kind of start off the show. As some of you are aware, Roman Reigns is no longer going to be a part of WrestleMania. He has pulled out of WrestleMania due to his health concerns. Obviously, his immune system has been compromised because he's been a patient of leukemia, a recovering patient, obviously, of leukemia. So he has elected not to go ahead with WrestleMania. He has since posted a statement on the matter, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what Roman Reigns has to say. So we're going to talk about this statement posted from Roman, because it kind of opens up a can of worms here inside of the world of wrestling. So let's start things off with this. So Roman Reigns had to say this earlier. You already know what's going on. It's all the news, the dirt sheets, whatever you want to call them, that I pulled out of WrestleMania. It's funny, because for years people are like, don't show up to WrestleMania. We don't want you in it. There's a nice handful of dudes and haters that didn't want me there. But the moment I make a choice for me and my family, I'm a coward. I'm a sissy. A lot of different things. But you don't know the whole story. All you know is what you think. Oh, his health. But you don't know what else is going on in my life. You don't know if I have newborns or if I have family in my household, older family. Like the old saying goes, flip the cover open and read a few pages. Get into a few chapters before you really start running your mouth. Take this time to better yourself. Be present and make the most out of this. If we can't grow out of this, I don't think we have a chance. For all my fans, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't get to compete this year and put on a show and entertain. Sometimes things are more important, and I had to make a deal, or I had to make a choice for me and my family. So no matter what, you already know the deal. I made it to Orlando, and I had to make the decision for me. It doesn't take anything away from what I've done and what I'm going to do. I still love the game. I still love pro wrestling and sports entertainment. I still love being in the ring, but it's a little weird being in the ring with nobody watching, nobody in the arena. I'm ready to get back to work. So there's the statement from Roman Reigns, ladies and gentlemen, why he is not competing in WrestleMania this year. He's not going to go up against Goldberg. So I wonder if this SmackDown we find out exactly who's going to be replacing Roman Reigns against Goldberg. I wonder if they don't show us. I wonder if they leave us waiting all the way till WrestleMania. I legit don't know what WWE is going to do in this situation. And I know there is potential. I mean, I actually don't know this. I think there is potential spoilers out there, but I've avoided them at every cost possible. So please, guys, once again, do not spoil the show here for all of us, for myself and the fans in the live chat included. That'd be greatly appreciated. But there is definitely some options to go up against Goldberg to replace Roman Reigns. I don't know who it is. I've heard some people say Strowman is a possibility. Braun Strowman versus Goldberg. I've heard possibilities of Matt Riddle versus Goldberg. I don't know if there's any other names out there that would make a lot of sense. I don't know how Samoa Joe is. You know what I mean? Samoa Joe, I think, is injured right now, so he wouldn't be able to continue and maybe have a match against Goldberg. It's one of those weird situations where WWE, you really start to notice that WWE doesn't have a top echelon of superstars right now, with the list very, very thin who could challenge Goldberg behind Roman Reigns. You could say John Cena versus The Fiend, if you hold it on night 1, could be a #1 contenders match to go on to night 2. That could be a thing. I don't know if that's the thing WWE might do or not, but that's a possibility. Would it be the most logical? Probably. Right? That seems like that would be the most probable one. But I also know WWE doesn't like to double book superstars at WrestleMania all that often. Daniel Bryan got the treatment a few years ago because the fans forced his hand into it. But other than that, it's very rare for superstars to truly get a double booking at Mania. Too many spots on the line, too many paydays on the line to really get a double booking there. So hopefully WWE figures it out. Hopefully they've got something cool up their sleeve. Hopefully it's not lame. Because you go from Roman Reigns against Goldberg to whatever they want to do, it's not on the same level, right? It's definitely not going to be the same quality of match. Not even quality. It's not going to have the same hype around the match. It's not going to feel as big of a deal, but they can still make it a big-time match. It's just the likelihood this means that Goldberg is holding onto the title for quite some time. And to this guy right here, I really hope that's not the case. They could do something along the lines of... They could technically do something along the lines of, say, Braun Strowman versus Goldberg, even though that is kind of boring and uninteresting to me, especially with no build. Very uninteresting, especially for WrestleMania as well. If they elect to go in that direction, then I'm really hoping Goldberg just kind of walks all over Braun Strowman in a way. You might as well keep the man strong. If you're going to have Goldberg a part of your company, and you're going to have him as the champion, and you're going to try to put off him having the title until you can have Roman Reigns take the title off of him, you want to keep him strong, and I wouldn't hate Braun Strowman losing to Goldberg at Mania, even though I'm not a fan of Goldberg holding onto the title to begin with. Braun Strowman holding onto the title interests me far, 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 far less. Braun Strowman's only... Now, here's the thing. Braun Strowman's only memorable feud that he has had up to this point has been against Roman Reigns. So we know the two can work there. Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman are arguably giant rivals. These two guys have had a lot of interaction through the past. Maybe that's the direction WWE wants to go. Maybe they just want to get a world title on Braun Strowman in order to have him drop the title back to Roman Reigns later on. But I feel like that would be also counterproductive because the rub of beating Goldberg would be passed off to Braun Strowman, but then he would lose to Roman. It just feels like a very kind of messed up situation. Let's talk if it was Matt Riddle. If Matt Riddle is the guy who potentially challenges Goldberg at WrestleMania. Well, we know Riddle's losing. All right, if that's the case, Matt Riddle's losing. They're not going to put the Universal Championship on the Tag Team Champion from NXT as a knee-jerk reaction. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. So if Matt Riddle goes up against Goldberg, expect it to be a relatively entertaining match that ends with Big Daddy Bill beating Matt Riddle. If there's really anybody else available, like on the main roster, I don't have any that come to mind, especially ones that don't already have a WrestleMania match. You could do Jeff Hardy. Yeah, that is true. You could do Jeff Hardy versus Goldberg and as a pinch kind of last resort match. Sure, that sounds fun until Goldberg squashes Jeff Hardy and we're all sitting here bitching about it for the next 5 years. Because that's what would happen, right? Every single one of us would see Jeff Hardy go up against Goldberg and he'd be like, oh, cool, this is going to be fun for 30 seconds before they squash him. And Jeff doesn't deserve that. I would almost, and here's the problem, I know Rey Mysterio is not going to be at WrestleMania, so I would almost rather Rey Mysterio versus Goldberg. Have a Rey Mysterio, like Brock Lesnar match once again, just replace Brock Lesnar with Goldberg and tell a good story that way. I almost would rather that than feeding an NXT talent like Matt Riddle to Goldberg, because there is no way in this world Vince McMahon is putting the title on somebody like Matt Riddle right now, right out of the gate, over top of Goldberg. No way, no way, no way. However, he very well might consider putting a title on somebody who's already been a part of the main roster for some time, just to get the title off of Goldberg and get a quick little rub. How about this? Why not Kofi Kingston? Why not give Kofi Kingston another chance? I don't know. Here's Undertaker.
Or should I say, Alan Jones? I mean, since we're being real now. You know, for such a small man, you got a really big mouth.
Ooh.
And I don't know if you have a big set, or you're just really that stupid.
Whoa.
Either way, your mouth's writing checks your ass can't cash. I'm sure you thought by dropping some pipe bombs, you'd get under my skin. Son, I've heard a lot worse from far better than you.
Whoa.
Although I must admit, there are some truths to what you've been saying. You said maybe 10, 15 years ago, you probably wouldn't want to try me. You're damn right you wouldn't want to. You were content being a big fish in a little pond. Because you knew back then you didn't have what it takes to hang with The Undertaker, Stone Cold, The Rock, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Mick Foley, Eddie Guerrero, Booker T, Edge, the very best this business had to offer. The phenomenal one, my ass. You waited till they were all gone. Except for me. Now, I'll be the first to admit, I've got far more matches behind me than I do in front of me. But Alan, you stepped in something now there's no coming back from. Your foolish pride is making really bad decisions for you. All the things you said about me, I get it. I do, it's just business. Where you crossed the line, though, was the first time you mentioned her.
Oh.
I think your pride is playing games with you again. I think you're mad because she does the Faith Breaker, a.k.a. the Styles Clash, better than you do.
I knew that was coming.
She got it over. No matter the reason, you're going to pay the ultimate price for disrespecting her. My wife, Michelle McCool. And you're going to pay that price in a boneyard.
Oh.
Remember? That was your idea. You want to be relevant at the Showcase of Immortals, WrestleMania. And who better to make that happen than The Undertaker?
Wow. What a promo.
Try me. I'll make you famous. And I hope you bring those two ass clowns, Gallows and Anderson, with you. All three of you can feel the wrath of the unholy trinity I'm bringing with me.
Wow.
Just know, you will feel the pain. You will get hurt. And you will suffer. And most importantly,
you will.
You will
rest in
in
peace. Okay, I can't roll my eyes in the back of my head, but holy. Wow.
As we welcome you to Monday Night Raw.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw. I'm your host, Conman167, and it's lovely to have each and every single one of you here today. Holy, what a promo by The Undertaker. So, really quickly here, folks. Undertaker has changed gimmicks, okay? I'm not sure if any of you guys have noticed that. Undertaker has himself a new gimmick going on right now. And I'm starting to notice more so what it is, and I think I'm catching the genius behind it, okay? Undertaker isn't presenting himself as the dead man anymore. He's not presenting himself as this mythological character. He's not this end-all, be-all controlling wizard of the lights anymore, right? He's just kind of this badass dude who is fighting for his family's sake, fighting for the fact that somebody is going after his wife. And it's almost like right now, folks, this transformation of character that we're seeing with The Undertaker, he has turned from the dead man, not into the American badass, but into Mark Calloway. Folks, this is a brand new character of The Undertaker, and it's his real-life persona, Mark Calloway. The way he speaks is how Mark Calloway speaks. The bringing up of the names, the individual names, breaking kayfabe in the promo has been done with a purpose. Because as of now, AJ Styles is not going to be fighting The Undertaker at WrestleMania. No, he's fighting the man, Mark Calloway. And I love that story. I think that's a really cool story. A really neat story. But here's the thing. Is Mark Calloway able to rise to the occasion? Is Mark Calloway able to live up to The Undertaker's name? That's the story of this match. Oh my God, Becky's got that truck again. I'm glad to see that they're at least driving this truck around everywhere, but look at this freaking truck. Love it. I hope she brings that thing to WrestleMania. I mean, that thing has to be brought to Mania at this point. Almost sad that they, not sad, but it's almost silly that they revealed this truck well before Mania, unless anything special is going to happen with the truck on the road to Mania here tonight or something like that. I don't know. Let's start off with a $5 dono. Thank you, Aled.
Do you think Charlotte will win at Mania, and if she does, is she going back to NXT full time?
No, I do not believe that. I do not believe that Charlotte is going to win the NXT title. I think she's going to lose. I think she then transfers it. Ironically enough, transfers back over to SmackDown. Charlotte Flair right now is in a very weird position where she is so damn good, but there's not too many places for her to move up the card right now, you know? She's reached that pinnacle. She's reached the mountaintop of the women's division. She's cleared it on SmackDown. She's cleared it on Raw. She's now going down and recompeting in NXT. The girl's so damn good, but there's not a lot of places for her to move forward. She's had a Legends match. She's done it all. Tag team titles could be next, so she could move to fight for the tag team title with maybe Becky Lynch. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch going after the tag team titles after Becky loses her title at Mania to Shayna Baszler, maybe. It's just kind of there's not much more for Charlotte to do, unfortunately, in their current state. It is kind of unfortunate. She's kind of hamstrung by being the best in the division. And I mean, truly the best in the division. Not even close. In terms of star power, she's number one. We got a few donos in here, so let's get to them. So, right after Aled's dono, we got Rule Kapar says, who do you think is going to replace the United States champion? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not necessarily a spoiler because Andrade has been injured. So, I don't know, and this has been kind of public knowledge, and I've kind of let this sit out there since Friday. Andrade, yes, he is not going to be at WrestleMania, and I don't know exactly who might replace him. Now, if you guys are aware of who is, do not say, okay? I've avoided all spoilers at all times. Please, everybody, you avoid them as well, and please do not say them in our live chat. It'd be greatly appreciated. I don't know. I literally have no clue, because to me, to begin with, Andrade and Angel Garza versus the Street Profits at WrestleMania for the tag team titles kind of made no sense to begin with. So I really don't know. I really don't know. And by the way,
check out WWE.com/Canada.
yeah, just and by the way, everybody, if you do happen to be caught spoiling in the chat, you get one timeout and then you're banned right after that. Moderators are on you guys like a fat kid on Skittles, okay? It is important that you guys please refrain from sharing information that you have seeked out online, okay? To spoil it for other people. That's all I gotta say. Please just be respectful of everybody here in the chat. Thank you so much. But also, everybody, if you have not done so, please make sure you leave a like on this video. Also, making sure you are subscribed to the channel. We've got ourselves a new boss. His name is Aled Thomas. Thank you very much, Aled. I appreciate it. So, Aled has become a two-time Boss Battles champion. Bradley Robinette followed it up right with a $2 dono. And the man, Becky Lynch, has arrived. So, Bradley says, is WWE going live again after WrestleMania? Don't hold your breath for it, my friend. I actually wouldn't be surprised to find out if WWE sends their performers home after WrestleMania. I wouldn't be surprised to find out if the performers are already on their way home right now, as Mania has concluded. This is last Monday, by the way.
It will destroy Becky Lynch.
Why don't we just focus then on the last time you and Becky Lynch shared the ring? It was at Survivor Series. You probably remember.
Oh, and it was Becky Lynch, ultimately, who attacked Shayna Baszler with a steel chair last week on Raw.
Becky Lynch understanding you have an uncivilized opponent. You need to utilize uncivilized tactics to fend off that opponent. But the question is,
neat. So that's what happened last week, folks. A steel chair attack across the back as Becky Lynch takes just a little bit of an advantage going into their match. Just a tiny bit, not much right now. But I truly do believe Shayna Baszler's capturing the title. Here's Becky Lynch.
Please welcome Raw Women's Champion, the man.
Hey-o, Kevin Langhoff. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much.
Now, at last year's WrestleMania main event, I fought two champions in one match. Charlotte Flair was the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Ronda Rousey was the Raw Women's Champion. The stakes for me couldn't have been higher. I talked a lot of trash, I made some bold predictions, and I attacked those two fools any chance that I got. And I've been walking that razor blade lifestyle ever since. Let's take a look.
All right, we're taking a look. So last year, sorry, one sec. So I think, folks, we're about to have ourselves a repeat of last year's WrestleMania main event. Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair versus Becky Lynch. So I think we're about to see like a full half-hour segment right now. So strap in, folks. We're going to talk about a lot of things going on in the wrestling world then while this is going on. So first up, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to Hunter Hand's $5 dono. He says, hey, Con, how are you doing? Sorry I wasn't here today. All good, buddy. He says, but I'm here. What happened so far tonight? Really not much to fill you in. Undertaker cut a hell of a promo. And now we're here. We're going to get a WrestleMania main event match to kind of start off the show. And I know what immediately a lot of people who have seen this before are going to sit there and say. It'd be nice if WWE could come up with an original programming without having to rehash something that they've shown. I understand what you guys are probably thinking right there. However, in this setting, I've said this over the last few weeks, if WWE uses the matches correctly to tell a proper story, or at least shows us matches that have not happened for quite some time, then I'm okay with it. Because growing up, I think about how often I would have loved to have seen a WrestleMania match, a title match on free TV. I know now here in 2020, it's not necessarily a thing that needs to be shown with the WWE Network being so easily accessible to a lot of people. But still, it's one of those things that the people who don't own the WWE Network, those 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, people who are just becoming fans of wrestling, you know, still early fans who aren't ready to sink $9.99 a month of their parents' credit card into the WWE Network every month. Just, they get to kind of see what main events are of WrestleMania. They get to see what WrestleMania really looks like. Sure, it's not watching it live, but they get that taste. I want to kind of share, I know we've got some donos right here. Jordy Griffin, I'll get around to it. Thank you so very, very much, my friend. So for me, I kind of want to share a story about seeing my first Royal Rumble and how that actually happened. I would have been in Florida, so I remember this pretty clearly. Not entirely clearly, but I remember it fairly clearly. I was in Florida. We were staying in Tampa Bay, and we were about to go on a... Was it? Yeah, it was a cruise. We were about to go on a cruise. Hey, Jacob Toon, how you doing, buddy? Thank you so much. I miss Rhonda as well, man. So we were about to go on a cruise there, and we were staying in Tampa Bay the night before. It would have been around Christmas time, so WWE was showing an old Royal Rumble event, I believe, or they were at least showing an entire Royal Rumble. And the Royal Rumble was when Rey Mysterio won that Royal Rumble. And I remember I was kind of sitting there in Florida, just waiting to go to sleep. You know, we were in a hotel room waiting for the cruise the next day, so not really much to do. And I was probably 12 years old or something like that. So I threw on the TV, I flipped through the TV, and sure enough, the USA Network was there. I was like, awesome, cool. And they had the Royal Rumble event on. So that was exactly how I got to watch my very first Royal Rumble event. And I take myself back to that time where I was like, I wasn't able to watch WWE pay-per-views. I wasn't able to see the culmination of all the stories. Take myself back to that time and how important that one pay-per-view on free TV was to me. It showed me that there was more. It showed me there was a Royal Rumble. These were things that I didn't have access to access to watch immediately as a kid. I had to go to Blockbuster or whatever to rent WWE WrestleMania pay-per-views or whatever type of pay-per-view that you wanted to rent. You'd go to Blockbuster, you rent it, and then you have to bring it back within a few days or you get charged the late fees. That's how I grew up. Not very often was I allowed to rent a video from the video store that was wrestling because my parents didn't really support the overall idea of me watching wrestling, especially at a younger age. As I grew up, that changed. But that, to me, watching that Royal Rumble on free TV, I want to say it was SmackDown, and I want to say they were showing Rey Mysterio's Royal Rumble win in its entirety. I think that's what it was. It was incredibly eye-opening to me. I loved it. I loved it, and that little moment right there, even though I was already a fan of wrestling, it exposed me to something so much more. And it wasn't, guys, here's the thing, it wasn't until 2011 that I got to watch my first actual pay-per-view live on TV. It took that much longer. Whatever year that was, I was 12 years old, so that would make me 95, 2005 was 10, so 2007 is when that happened, and I didn't watch my first full pay-per-view until 2011, so that was a very, very special moment for me, seeing the Royal Rumble take place on that day. Anyways, guys, let's get to a few of these donos here. So, Hunter Hand, let's roll it. Roll your $5 dono. Thank you, buddy.
Hey Con, how you doing? Sorry I wasn't here today or earlier, but I'm here. What has happened so far tonight?
And then right after that, we got ourselves a $35 dono. Thank you very much, my friend. It's from the lovely Kevin Langoff, and he says, did someone say new boss? I don't know, my friend. It sounds like someone did. Huh? What? What? Oh my. Could it be? It is! It's boss time! had a dream, I learned the lyrics, but I didn't, cause it's nothing new. It's been 4 years I've been singing this song. I don't really know the lyrics still. I could Google them, but I'm not gonna, because I'm gonna piss you all off.
Did someone say new boss?
Yeah, new boss right up in there. Thank you very much there, Kevin Langoff. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a new boss. His name is Kevin Langoff, and he has become a 15-time Boss Battle Champion. How's your guys' quarantine doing so far? Are you guys staying safe inside? Not leaving? Please tell me you guys are all working together to try to get us out of the houses as quickly as possible. Not leaving the house. I really, really hope so. Jacob Toon, thank you, man. He dropped $2. He says, can they do the pre-show and air match promos? Don't know what you mean. Oh, sorry, that was Jordy Griffin, my friend. Sorry, Jordy Griffin asked that one. I don't know what you mean by that. I really don't know what you mean by that, buddy. I'm sorry. I would love to answer it. Jacob Toon, how you doing, man? And then he dropped $2 as well. He says, I really miss Ronda, and we talked about that. I miss Ronda too, man. She should be back, I think, not too long after WrestleMania. I'm thinking. Don't know for sure, though. What do you think should happen for Goldberg due to the fact Roman is not attending WrestleMania? Again, it's a tough question. It's really tough. There's a few options, but there's not any great options, and that's the tough part of having somebody like Goldberg hold on to the title. If your plans go awry, which they did, you don't have a lot of people who can really fill in to go up against Goldberg, because it takes a certain status to be able to go up against a legend with that much name value, right? Roman Reigns has the name value. If we're starting to throw out some name ideas, yeah, Braun Strowman has the size that could make the match believable. Matt Riddle has been targeting Goldberg for so long, so there at least is a story there to get fans excited. You could say Kofi Kingston, even though he has been essentially relegated right back down the card, and he's got himself a tag team title match at WrestleMania. So most likely not Kofi Kingston. Samoa Joe's injured, so you can't really go Joe.
So, what is happening?
I don't know. There's not a lot of options, and that's the shitty part, right? That's really the shitty part about WWE and how they've been booking their divisions recently. You're not going to go Corbin. You're not going Corbin versus him, versus Goldberg, so...
Hire great people. Indeed can help you
people are saying Jeff Hardy, and like I kind of said earlier, yeah, you could do Jeff Hardy. Sure, you could do Jeff Hardy. We're all going to bitch about it when he loses. Right? That's one of those situations where you're like, yeah, okay, you could throw Jeff Hardy there in a match against him, but like, yeah, I briefly did talk about the potential of Fiend versus Cena into a #1 contenders match to go on for the title. That to me makes a lot of sense as well. It makes probably the most logical sense on the card, and if I was a betting man, I would bet on that being the case. But still, it's so open-ended right now. There's really not a it's not like it's a easy situation to get out of anymore, which kind of sucks. Joe is on Raw. Yeah, Joe is on Raw. At this point, I'm just really looking for any reason possible to get somebody who could fight Goldberg and make it believable. People are saying CM Punk, if Vince offers enough money, sure, you could go CM Punk versus Goldberg. Watch Goldberg beat Punk. Oh my god, if you want to see the internet blow up, folks, just have CM Punk lose to Goldberg. Like, just imagine. Goldberg beats CM Punk. That's it. Oh, imagine if it lasted in like 30 seconds as well. CM Punk came back and he just gets jackknifed and speared and it's over. Like, oh, in front of 0 fans, people would be so pissed. Oh my god, I don't think we would ever get wrestling fans to watch wrestling again. There would be a lot of people at that moment that would literally say, it's done. I'm done. I'm done watching WWE. I'm sure that would go down and so many people would be just leaving if that happened. Oh. Jackhammer, not jackknife, whatever. Potato. Hunter Hand, he says, no, Con, I might be wrong, but Samoa Joe injured because he was out for a stay-at-home wellness check, but just in case someone had it, but I could be wrong, but I just can't remember. He got injured filming a TV commercial, my friend. Hey, Paul Carpenter, going on to supporter. Thank you very much, my friend. I do appreciate that. Welcome to Team Green, buddy. But yeah, Samoa Joe got injured filming a commercial, unfortunately. Alright, we're just going to wait for a little sweet knees. There they are. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know how this song goes, well, we're going to sing a little bit right now. Open your ears and embrace the cringiness because it's about to get all cringy up in here. So, folks, sing it loud, sing it proud at the top of your lungs. You can do it with me. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sweet knees are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Woo! There we go. Little sweet knees. Love it. So we're just going to roll a quick little ad right there, just because we can.
Triple threat rules. Ronda is still on her feet, and Charlotte sending Rousey into the barricade.
Shane Houston says a lot of people are saying that instead of Roman Reigns, we will get Braun Strowman to get the title from Goldberg. And to me, so let's kind of briefly dissect the idea of that going down. Let's dissect the idea of potentially Braun Strowman versus Goldberg at Mania, where Braun Strowman takes the title from Goldberg. Let's discuss the idea. If it happens, I don't know what I hate more. And this is a problem right now that I'm noticing. And when I say problems regarding the WWE, these are legitimate problems. I don't know how I feel about Braun Strowman taking the title from Goldberg. What does that say right there? The fact that there is a giant who a couple years ago was one of the hottest things going on in WWE, and after that IC title, before the IC title run, he was as dead gets. After the IC title run, I could care less about Braun Strowman than ever. I really don't think he captivated me even in the slightest as the Intercontinental Champion. I don't think he was at all entertaining during this time as the IC champion. And is that impartial because WWE didn't give him a great story to sink his teeth into? Yeah, but still, he really only has one memorable feud, and that being against Roman Reigns. And that's because Roman Reigns is so damn good at his job that it makes everybody who faces Roman bring their game up. He even got us, even though it was a 6-month feud, he even got us to care about Corbin. He got us to care about Corbin. That's what Roman Reigns does. We talked about Corbin for how fucking long. Oh, excuse my language. How freaking long right there. Roman Reigns is so damn good, and he elevated Braun Strowman up to his level. So, if they are going in the direction of Braun Strowman taking the title off of Goldberg, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman can at least tell a decent story moving forward. Do I really want to see Braun Strowman get the rub of taking the title off of Goldberg? No, I don't think so. I think that feels lame. I think that feels uninteresting. I feel like that's forced. That's not a great direction to go into, in my honest opinion. I would much rather, and this is lame as well, because I'm not even a fan of this idea, but if it's Braun Strowman versus Goldberg, I would rather see Goldberg keep the title and and drop it to Roman later on. Just continue the plan later on, sort of deal. But I also don't want to see Bill Goldberg with the title for that damn long. So we're really at this point in a big lose-lose situation if they go Braun Strowman versus Goldberg. Obviously, if you have Braun Strowman take the title off of Goldberg, it gets a world championship around his name. It brings him up the echelon. It makes him feel like a bigger deal. Maybe it presents him, and maybe it gets him over once again. Yes, that is a possibility. There is also a giant possibility that he flounders as champion, just like he did as the IC champion, that he flounders in every single program, every single big program that has been given to him. He does not have a way that he can get past these, get these hands, get these hands, get these hands, get these hands, get these hands. Well, I'm going to run around the ring and do a little this and that. What's captivating about that? Nothing. 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 So no, I do not want to see Braun Strowman with the title. No, I don't want to see Goldberg with the title. Holy moly. All right, so let's continue on here. We got the $10 dono from Hunter Hand. Thank you, buddy. So let's roll it. Behold the king. The king of kings. Ban it. Ban it. On your knees, dog. Woo! Ban it. Ban it. All hail. Bow down to the king.
No, Con, I might be wrong, but was Samoa Joe injured? BC, I thought he was out for a stay home. Wellness check just in case someone had it, but I could be wrong, but I just can't remember.
Right after that, we got ourselves a $2 dono from Jordy Griffin. Thank you, buddy. He says, the match promos for WrestleMania this weekend. Oh, I see what you're asking. Can they do the pre-show and aired match promos? I see what you're asking.
Enjoy KFC at home with
honestly, I don't know what WWE can and can't do for WrestleMania. I don't know exactly. We're just going to get rid of this Trayvon Campbell, guys, okay? We're just going to ban him. I've been seeing him spoiling things ever since Conman Universe earlier today, or at least pretending to spoil things. So, folks, we're going to make an example right there, okay? Please do not be offering spoilers towards WrestleMania, even potential spoilers that could be true, okay? Just keep our mouths shut on the whole thing, okay? Please. We can speculate all we want, but don't be saying people are winning or losing or this, because what if you did look it up? What if that is true? Okay, so he's out of here. All good.
Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Plus, easy pay payments. Shop tsc.ca now.
At Tim Hortons, we're proud to serve all of our communities across Canada. And we're thinking
what about Keith Lee?
That's why we've made some changes recently.
Keith Lee. Okay, so Keith Lee is in a very interesting position right now, being the North American champion. I like it. I think it could be a mega money match, and if WWE was willing to do something different, pulling the trigger on Keith Lee as the world champion would be really, really cool. Is Keith Lee ready for that spotlight right now? I don't think so. That is not a shot at Keith Lee. The reason I say that, I've noticed little things with Keith that he is still adjusting to with the WWE system. Little things like his in-ring positioning, okay, his in-ring positioning, the way he stalls on the microphone, and the way that he gets distracted by a live crowd. These are not shots at Keith Lee, these are ways that he could improve, obviously. Keith Lee, I noticed heavily, he is great at making moments, which has main roster written all over it. The moment maker. He is great at having a brain to form the match and know where he needs to be at those moments. Is he good at transitioning between those moments, he's not great at it yet, right? He's not great at it yet. He is very entertaining, but with a crowd that does not buy into every single thing you do, like the main roster crowd, Keith Lee needs a little more seasoning. Now, if they called him up to the main roster right now, would he fit in absolutely anywhere on the card? Yes. So for that reason, I do believe Keith Lee is a main roster. For that reason, I also understand the want to keep him down in NXT because he is so damn good at what he does, and he's so damn over in NXT, you don't want to lose him from your brand. I get that as well. Is he at the point, though, where he could walk in right off the main, right out of NXT to the main roster and capture the Universal Championship and being taken seriously? Yeah, he is at that point. But would he likely flounder afterwards? Yes. Because fans aren't used to him as much. He would have to, at that point, undergo a change of character, whether it's babyface turn, whether it's a new feud, or whether it's, not babyface turn, whether it's like a new babyface direction, or whether he turns heel after he captures the championship. Because there's only a certain amount of time that shiny new toy effect lasts. And Keith Lee has a shiny new toy effect right now, and people want to see him be pushed to the moon. But once you're pushed to the moon, all your tiny little things that you do wrong are scrutinized, and they become a giant, giant deal. You guys want proof? Seth freaking Rollins. I'll just leave you with that one there because that's... Right? That's it.
Just straight fire. Becky Lynch, you're right. Heart. Becky Lynch has got the nod in that situation.
Making good points over here. Should listen to Conman. No, but once you're under the microscope, folks, every little detail every little thing that you do is scrutinized. Every little thing. And Keith Lee would be scrutinized heavily. Because he's new, right? There'd be critics. Because he's new. Do I think he's ready? Yes. Do I think he's ready to stay as the champion for a long period of time right now? No. No. So there's a little bit more to go with Keith Lee. The Pickle says that's because he was being an idiot on Twitter. Was it? Was it? Because I'm all of a sudden looking at Seth Rollins' evolution of his stuff, and he was not being a prick on Twitter. Fans were being a prick towards him on Twitter because he stood up for the WWE. It was when he started to notice, or actually not even when he started, when we started to notice the character of Seth Rollins was turning heel, okay? That is when he laid on those Twitter stuff. Guys, he worked you, okay? He worked you big time, big time. Seth Rollins worked every single one of us with his Twitter game. Once he started to get a little bit of a negative response, they slowly started turning him heel, and that's the damn truth. But Rollins, when he was first speaking up on Twitter, he was speaking up and defending the WWE because, honestly, there was a lot of shots being taken at the WWE. Really was. And so he had to stand up for the company that he works for, that he represents, and he was their champion. Honestly, if he didn't speak up during that time, fans would have criticized him as well. I have yet to see the comments that Seth Rollins has made regarding why fans turned on him, and I know it has to do something along the lines that he really felt like he got the short end of the stick with the fans because he was positioned against the Fiend, and I absolutely agree with that. I think Seth Rollins was hated in part because of the fact he was going up against the hottest character in the wrestling world at the time, the Fiend. That Hell in a Cell ending, that didn't help Seth Rollins either, right? Like, that really didn't help Seth Rollins. When that Hell in a Cell ending happened, he ate a lot of the heel heat. There was a lot of heel heat on him afterwards. The villain asking me, is the Hall of Fame happening still? It is not, my friend. It is not happening this year, or at least this WrestleMania season. I don't know if they're going to do it maybe SummerSlam weekend. I would assume that's the direction they're going to go, but who knows for sure. Conman went full out after the Fiend Rollins match. Yeah, I did. Holy crap. That rant, man, I let it all out. That was just a bunch of frustration there towards WWE. That's for damn sure.
Better Things, Thursdays at 9 on FX and FX Now.
But anyways, folks, if you have not done so, please make sure you leave a like on this video. We're sitting at 107 likes, so we can get this all the way up to 200 likes right now, folks. I believe in us. We got 384 watching, so let's get that like count up. Also, everyone, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I'd love to see your name pop up over there. Also, making sure that you are subscribed to my secondary channel, Conman Reacts.
There was no cable. We created it.
Can I tell you why is there an audience?
He united us all to laugh, to cheer, and to witness the world around us. 60 years ago.
I want you, next time the TV comes on, my friend, okay, I want you to take just a really close look at the WrestleMania signs posted all around the arena. Just open your eyes just to see the WrestleMania 35 logo pasted everywhere around the arena. This is not tonight, man. This is not live. All right, just take a look once it comes back on your screen. I'm sure you'll notice that it is WrestleMania 35. There is no live crowd tonight for Monday Night Raw. Is there going to be an audience at WrestleMania? Nope, no audience at Mania this year, folks.
It's an amazing value and our hottest deal of the day.
Hey, Master One, Obi-Wan Kenobi, how you doing? He says, what did I miss? Literally a hot-ass promo from The Undertaker, and then a half hour of Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte Flair from last year's WrestleMania main event. That's what we're watching right now. Austin Myers says, the Raw after Hell in a Cell, I could barely watch you because of how frustrated you were. Side note, that was the only time it was hard to watch you. Yeah, but I think it was also very, at that time, I still defend that Raw after Hell in a Cell show. They refused to even address it. Right? Like, I still don't forget. It's tough to forgive that storyline there with WWE. That was so difficult to digest. It was very difficult to accept. And then when all you wanted was an explanation from WWE, they did nothing. They spoke about nothing. And that's all any of us wanted for a long period of time, was just an explanation. It was one of the most annoying episodes of Monday Night Raw I think I had ever watched. I think I was very visibly annoyed at WWE. That's probably the angriest show I have had from start to finish. I'm right up there with Crown Jewel. I like those rants. I'm thinking Crown Jewel when Shane McMahon won the Best in the World trophy. Hell in a Cell ending. Right? Those gotta be right up there for like some of the angriest rants I've had on this channel, I think. Kyle Palmer, all right, buddy. I'll bet you $100. Let's see what happens.
Becky Lynch knows she needs to find a way to outsmart her competitors tonight.
You're not going to outsmart Charlotte Flair. She is one of the most cagey superstars
Assam.
on the roster.
Sorry, excuse me.
Lynch needs to frustrate Charlotte, make an error.
I'd rather see Bray win his match and face Goldberg to win the title back, just like at Mania 30, where Bryan had to face Triple H to be added to the main event title match. It'd be cool. Honestly, that's the way that I'm leaning as well for most storyline sense. Bray Wyatt and John Cena be a #1 contenders match. Winner goes on to face Goldberg at Mania. And yes, Sodverk, my neighbors are going to be leaving pretty soon. I'm not entirely sure the exact date, but I think it's the end of this month. Next month coming up, I should say. At the end of April, I think they're out of here. So we got ourselves a little bit of a countdown. Now, that doesn't mean people aren't going to be moving in, right? That's the big thing that I got to keep telling myself. We will be getting new people that live downstairs. And they could be worse. They could be better. It could be better, for sure. Could be a lot better. Could be easily better. But they could be worse. You also ranted about Braun Strowman losing that time to Brock. Yeah, because back at that time, there was no excuse for Braun Strowman losing to Brock Lesnar at that point. No excuse at that point. That was the time. And see, that is the direct timeline where Braun Strowman went from being taken seriously to being taken as a joke. An enhanced giant sort of deal that isn't ever going to get pushed. Right? That's kind of the fork or the crossroads for his career when he lost that match to Brock Lesnar. He was done. Is it impossible for him to recover? No, but has he recovered? No. No, I mean, we just saw him win his very first title. Think about this also, guys. Braun Strowman winning his very, very first title, being an Intercontinental Championship. At this point in his career, this long into his career already, winning his first singles title there, he held it for like no time. Like no time. It was gone the next time that he freaking defended his title. So that shows right there, WWE did not have the faith in Braun Strowman to run with the title. They really didn't.
All three of these women have to have fire in their lungs at this point. Charlotte Flair going to the knee. Smart strategy. You know look at the leg of Ronda Rousey.
Here comes the focus from Charlotte. She sees the wounded animal.
Cowboy Adderley says, you wanted Charlotte, Becky, Rousey. Which one did you want to win at WrestleMania 35? I was behind Becky Lynch. I was still behind Becky Lynch the whole way. Me and Bob talked heavily about Charlotte Flair's inclusion in this match and how we were both behind it. And then still looking back on it, I'm still very much behind WWE's decision to put Charlotte Flair in that match. It saves the idea of Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch down the line, right? It really saves the idea. And all of a sudden, I would say, and I would honestly argue, that Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch now in 2020 is a bigger match than a year ago in 2019. And it's a far bigger match now. Becky Lynch has risen up the card big time. She's held onto that title for a long-ass time, nearly a year now. It's a completely different match at this point. So I was actually really happy WWE included Charlotte Flair. It just added that dependable piece because Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey wasn't guaranteed to be really, really good. So it added that dependable piece to at least make the match somewhat entertaining, gave them more things to work with. I'm still behind it totally. Still very behind it.
Before the remission, before the result.
Who is my favorite wrestler in AEW at this time? I mean, my favorite wrestler of all time is Chris Jericho, so...
Rough nights, or the treatment days, before the testing, or the screening. There was the research.
Yeah, Chris Jericho's my favorite of all time, so I would probably go ahead and say him, right?
Society and 75 years of outsmarting cancer.
Let's take a look over on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. Tito Dunn Dito says, Firefly Funhouse, Bray versus Goldberg. I would be down. Well, I mean, he's got that match against John Cena, first of all, so he's got to get through that one. I'm going to sit here and say that's my pick, is Bray Wyatt versus John Cena becomes the #1 contenders match. That leads to Bray Wyatt versus Goldberg once again at Mania, and they just put the title back on Bray, maybe? I don't know. It's just so weird. There's no logical... That's all it is right now. There's literally no logical succession to this match. There's no logical person to step in at this point to replace Roman Reigns, and that is so tough to digest for us. There literally is not another option. Not another good one, not another great one at least.
The WrestleMania Redemption Tour is coming to the Brand Center at Evraz Place in Regina, where you'll have the chance to see your favorite Blue Brand superstars, including the leader of the...
Remember the original plans for the match were Charlotte versus Ronda in the main event anyways? Yeah, that was the original plans. Yeah, Becky Lynch got way too hot at the time and could not be ignored. Not OC3QK says, Hi, Conman. I was wondering what happened. I missed 50 minutes. Well, my friend, you missed nothing. Other than an epic Undertaker promo, you have missed nothing here tonight, my friend. They are just showing replays from WrestleMania last year, the main event right now, of Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. Oh yeah, we can talk a little bit about that one, the AEW TNT Championship. So if you guys have not heard, AEW is going to be introducing a new championship to their mid-card. I believe it is something like the television title. I don't know if it's the mid-card championship or if it's a television championship or what it is. Conman has no clue. All I know is they are calling it the TNT Championship. Now, two ways to look at this one. One, this could be the network getting involved with the TV station or with the product once again. You know, that happened back in the day with WCW. Or two, this could be AEW's way of trying to form better bonds with the TV company by introducing a TV championship, it being their idea, them wanting to pay homage to the network having them. Either way, though, it's kissing the network's ass. That's what it is. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Maybe that secured them a little bit more money. I love the idea of a new championship in AEW. I think they need a mid-card championship, something that can be defended occasionally on CMU Dark. On AEW Dark, you know, they need something to occasionally be able to defend there. You're not going to have the world title defended on AEW Dark, and the women's championship and division just isn't necessarily the best at the moment. So this gives them an ability to have some interesting matches. I hope that they throw on some unique spin with the title, some unique rule with the title, because the TNT Championship sounds like it could just be another mid-card title for people to act as a stepping stone to move up with. However, they could have some really cool rules with it. Gets more mid-carders something to fight for. Yeah, and I mean, when you talk about people like Sammy Guevara, right? Sammy Guevara is going to be a champion in AEW someday, but how long and how often would he be champion? Not very often, unless there was a mid-card. Unless there was a mid-card championship. So Sammy Guevara would be like the face of the mid-card there for a long time. Maxwell Jacob Freeman, right? That guy. That is a type of character that would prosper. That would prosper with that championship. Even though he's world title material right now, that doesn't mean that he can't go after that title someday to help build up that division. So I like it. Do I like the name of the TNT Championship? Is it better than 24/7 Championship? Yeah. It's just a TV station or a TV network, which I don't love the fact with their name being represented in the wrestling company, to be honest. It kind of makes the championship feel a little cheapy. A little cheap, just a little. But at the same time, it could be called the TNT Championship because it is meant to be only defended on TNT, on AEW Dynamite, which could also make sense, right? That could also make a lot of sense because if it's their version of the TV title, the TNT title, you know, it's only defended when Wednesday Night Dynamite is on TNT. Well, alright, that's kind of neat. I like that idea of a TV title only being defended on TV. Like, you guys know, I have a television championship in the Conman Universe, and we have a lot of fun with it. The rule in that one is that once a week it's defended, so either on Monday Night Con or Wednesday Night Bob, that title's defended. And then, and at least once a week it must be defended as well. And then, if you happen to be in any singles match, that title is also on the line, except for at pay-per-view. So that's kind of how it goes with a TV title. At least that's what I've got. Zachary plays basketball. Oh, sorry. Also, Raul Kapar. Thank you, my friend, for your $2 dono. He says, when is Bob coming back for a pay-per-view? God, I wish I could tell you, man. I wish I could say this weekend. I wish that I could say next pay-per-view after all this. The fact of the matter is, guys, we just don't live close to each other anymore. And with WWE pay-per-views held most of the time on Sunday nights, makes it really difficult for a person who works Monday morning to be able to make a 3.5 hour drive here, just to be able to drive back that night late, probably the next morning, be late for work, or have to call in to work. That's not fair to ask of Bob all the time. So what we have right now, folks, is we have an open invite running for absolutely every single pay-per-view. if Bob happens to be free and happens to be able to come on down for a pay-per-view, he is here. But when's that going to happen? Don't hold your breath for any time soon, folks. Don't hold your breath. I haven't seen Bob since last August at SummerSlam. That is literally the last time I've seen the dude. It's amazing when you start growing up and you start moving around. It's so easy to lose touch with friends. It's so easy just to lose contact with them, at least regular contact. Thank you so much, though, Rule. I appreciate your $2 dono. Yeah, I miss Bob too, guys. Like, trust me on that one. I'm not sitting here trying to be the end all. Like, this is my show. I need to be the only one on it, and I hate Bob's opinion, so he's not welcome back. No, that's not at all what this is or anything like that. Literally, just we can't get together. I know, Rule. I was thanking you for your $2 dono. That wasn't your question. He says, when would there be when would be the best time for Ali to return? After WrestleMania, when he can actually get a story going on. They might have been looking to return him for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and have him win that, but obviously that's not going on. So, yeah. How old are you? I am 24 years old, and folks, I learned something the other week that literally blew my mind. In what world is Conman older than Wrestling Days? Okay, what? When in the world did Wrestling Days become 21? How is he only 20? I'm sorry, Wrestling Days. Okay, dude, I want you to hear this, all right? Wrestling Days, how are you only 21, my man? You look like you got years and years and years of experience on you. No joke, like that's a good thing. But oh my goodness gracious, my dude, I did not expect to find out that you are 21 years old and that I'm 24. I'm turning 25 this year. I'm a quarter of a century. Here I was thinking, oh man, I'm looking up to Wrestling Days. Someday I want to be this guy. He's got interviews on his channel. He's got all this stuff. He's doing good. Someday, yeah, I could look up to this channel. He's freaking 21. I couldn't believe that when I read that on Twitter. It blew my mind. Blew my mind. I'm 25. I'm turning 25 in June, and that to me was just, that was mind-blowing. Unless he was trolling me on Twitter or something like that, or trolling a bunch of people on Twitter, unless it's like an inside joke of his community, then I just don't know what to say. You know what? I'm gonna Google this shit. All right? How old is Wrestling Days? We're gonna get to the bottom of this, okay? How old is Wrestling Days?
1 year ago, Rowdy Ronda Rousey made her WWE in-ring debut at WrestleMania after a career-defining year.
It doesn't say. How old? Control find. Old. No, there's nothing there. There's nothing. How come? Okay, one sec. How come Wrestling Days has a Wikitubia and Conman doesn't? All right, the Conmaniacs, folks, I need you to step your game up. Why is there a Wikitubia about Wrestling Days and not Conman167? All right. What you fools doing? Hey-o, we got ourselves a nice little new Team Green member. Welcome, my friend. It's great to say. Great to see you, great to hear from you, and great for you to be a part of this channel. Thank you so much there, George Davis, Vlogs and Gaming. But now, everyone, we're gonna sing. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sweet knees are made of these. Who am I to disagree? Woo! There we go. Another sweet knees up in here. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Oh, yeah. I can't believe that, Rule? Here's Becky.
Now, in the last year, I've learned that history tends to follow the one who made it. Turns out I also get followed by dopes who can't seem to make their own. Now, since that match happened, a lot of people have tried to take this from me. If Shayna Baszler, she thinks that she's different, she has an edge because she's a killer, the one who wiped out the entire division. And she even said last week that taking this from me would destroy me. Well, she's right. It would. Look, we all get into this business because we have demons to slay, things to prove. Now, I've no problem admitting that I don't know who I am without being the champ anymore. But don't think, Shayna, that I don't know about your demons too. You walk around here all cool with your low voice and your cage fighter resume in your top pocket. But I could see last week I'm starting to get to you, ain't I? Like all the rest that I've faced, you're gonna come in fighting from emotion, hoping that if you beat me, you'll finally do the one thing that your pal Ronda Rousey couldn't do. And that's your demon, Shayna. I can see it. I can see it now. The relief, the exhilaration that you'll get when you beat me. If you beat me. As if for once you'll steal Ronda's spotlight instead of the other way around. That at last you'll be seen as the supreme world-class athlete that you are. Or you lose and get put back in Ronda's shadow.
Ooh.
So tell me, Shayna, when you talk about one of us losing at WrestleMania and being destroyed by it, which one of us do you mean exactly?
Ooh. Oh no 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 no! Shayna Baszler, Kirifuda clutch locked in on Becky. The man's caught in it deep. Oh my God! What the hell is Shayna about to do? Shayna. Oh! This is what I mean. Oh my God! What the hell is Shayna about to do? Shayna, what are you about to do? Shayna? Oh my God. Just deadlifting Becky.
Oh, no, no, no.
No! Oh! My God, folks. Becky Lynch's head hit the side of that so hard. Becky Lynch hit that so hard.
This Sunday on ESPN.
Big oof.
For the first time ever on broadcast television.
Wow. Is Becky Lynch even going to make it to WrestleMania? Wow. Becky Lynch literally just got murdered at the hands of Shayna Baszler. I wonder if she's going to even make it to Mania. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the show. It's great to have you. If you've not done so, make sure you leave a like on this video. Also, making sure you are subscribed to the channel. You can see your name pop up just over here on the top left-hand side of the screen. And guys, if you would also like to follow me over on twitter.com/Conman167, that would be greatly appreciated. And also, everybody, we have some awesome stuff available over on our Discord server. So if you guys enjoyed chatting along in this live chat, well then why don't you come and join our Discord? I believe we have nearly 600 people in the Discord already, people who want to chat with you and be your friend. So everybody, come on over to the Conman Discord. Link is available down in the description below, and join the Conman Community Discord. All right, Rule, have a good stream there, buddy. Or good stream. Have a good night there, buddy.
Drop the taco. Get in the car. Does this Sentra feel like a
First Elias gets murdered, now Becky at WrestleMania. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of murdering going along right now. George G. Gavira, thank you very much. Gavina, I should say. Thank you for subscribing.
features than any other car in its class.
Royal Rumble 2020 on FS1 and WrestleMania 35 on ESPN. Wow. Here's the actually funny thing, folks, I've noticed with TV stations. TV stations are the first ones to air wrestling content when they have nothing else to air. How awesome is that? Doesn't that just show right then and there the replayability, not even the replayability, the rewatchability that wrestling has? It's just something that you can throw on. Like, you're not very often at least, are you gonna throw on just a random Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals, or you're not going to throw on a random Super Bowl from time to time because you know the result, it's two teams playing against each other. But when it comes to wrestling, especially WrestleMania, there is so many matches that happen on the card, so many big moments that happen on the card as well, that it doesn't matter when you watch it, you're going to get some sort of gratification of watching WrestleMania. Doesn't matter if you've seen it 100 times or you've seen it 0 times. WrestleMania finds a way to entertain people every single time. Even if it's just a little bit of entertainment, it's still entertaining, right? Also, here's the funny thing, everybody. I've noticed this as well. When I went back and started watching older pay-per-views, not super old, but just ones that, you know, I want to refresh my mind on, or maybe I didn't necessarily remember most of the stories of that pay-per-view, or I wasn't paying close attention, so I wanted to watch them again. Started noticing just how little wins and losses truly do mean. Sure, a win at the right time can elevate your career, and a loss at the wrong time can derail it. But in the grand scheme of things, wins and losses mean literally nothing in wrestling. It's all about just getting over. It's all about, can you get a crowd reaction? Because the WrestleManias that I've sat back and watched, or the shows that I've sat back and watched, past pay-per-views, there's one thing that stays constant: crowd reactions. If you can get a good crowd reaction, you're good. You're around for life. You're golden. If you can't get a good crowd reaction, it doesn't matter how damn good you are in the ring. And that's just the cold hard truth. Justin Beverly, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for your $20 dono. He says, looking forward to the fact that we are less than 1 week away from WrestleMania and Conmania. Yeah, both being too big for just one night. You're damn right it is. It'll be absolutely, positively, undoubtedly. What's that last word? Oh, stupendously, ridiculously, magnificent, glorious. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious. And I will defend.
Looking forward to the fact that we are less than 1 week away from WrestleMania and Conmania, both being too big for just one night. It'll be absolutely, positively, undoubtedly, stupendously
glorious. Thank you so much, my friend. But with that, Justin Beverly has become a 4-time Boss Battle champion. Oh yeah, I think today is the final time you can fight for the Boss Battle championship. So let's take a look here, folks. Who is in the lead right now? I think it's our longtime leader. Yeah. Not longtime leader, but he's looking to jump back into it. Kevin Langoff is a 15-time Boss Battle champion, and I don't think anybody is close other than Casey Rose. Casey Rose is a 10-time Boss Battle champion. So there you go, folks. Other than that, Justin Beverly is a 4-time. I think we've got some other people who are... Oh, yeah, Raul Kapar's a 6-time. Cody Beggs a 2-time. Bad Zach's a 2-time. Dingerland's a 2-time Boss Battle champion. Rebecca Alfred's 2-time. Verrill a 2-time. Hunter Hand 5-time Boss Battle champion. There you go. And the exalted one, Jan Moxley, is a 2-time along with Aled Thomas. So there you folks go. That's the Boss Battle Championship. This is the final day that you guys can get in on the Boss Battle Championship. Obviously, Kevin Langoff's got a pretty good hold of it right now. You'd have to be dropping some mad cash to be able to get there. Aled Thomas, how you doing, buddy? He says, do you think Murder Clown is behind all these murders? I think so. I think there's so much murdering going on. How could it not be about the Murder Clown? The clown that murders. Jason Cade. All right. Who's this Jason Cade? Oh, Jason Cade gets sidestepped there by Aleister Black. Black just backing up like it's nothing. Sweeps the legs out from underneath him, and he just sits cross-legged. Completely fine there, Justin Beverly. Dude, you support the channel so much. You never need to explain for needing taking time off. Dude, if you never donated another cent here on this channel, you would still be one of our top supporters of all time. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. Black catches the kick. Uh-oh. And... oh, Enziguri? Oh, there's a kick. Black mass. Good night. Wow, it's over. 1, 2, 3.
Do you think Murder Clown is behind all these murders?
Absolutely, Aled. Absolutely. Con, AEW just announced the secondary title. Yeah, man, we were talking about that earlier in the stream. We were talking all about the AEW TNT Championship, how it's probably a television title. We were talking about the pros and cons of the name and all that. Yeah, no, we talked all about that, my friend. I thought you were here in the stream chat. Maybe you weren't, though. But yeah, Aleister Black picks up a beautiful win. Muhammad Al-Kush, sorry buddy, haven't seen it. Says, for the 100th time, LOL, did you see Dark Side of the Ring documentary about Chris Benoit? Yes, I did, my friend. I've seen both parts now. Second part was very difficult to watch. Very difficult to watch. But you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It didn't bring anything new, right? Other than a couple interviews, it didn't really bring anything new to it. Here's the promo from last Monday.
Seth Rollins. Without Seth Rollins, there is no Kevin Owens.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and listen to you delusional speech.
Kevin, listen. Every single week, you come out here and you tell me less talking, more fighting, so please, just let me finish. Because I want to know, I need to know why on earth you picked WrestleMania of all places to try to make an example out of me. Do you know my track record at WrestleMania? I've got more WrestleMania moments than I can count. And Kevin, you have 0.
Ooh.
Your WrestleMania track record reads like this. Failure after failure after failure after failure. I don't get it, Kev. You can't beat me on my worst day. And WrestleMania is never my worst day. Because under pressure, I become a god.
Wow.
Seth Rollins clearly with all the confidence in the world heading into WrestleMania this weekend. But up next, the Monday Night Messiah will team with the United States champion Andrade and Angel Garza to take on his WrestleMania opponent,
all right.
Kevin Owens, and the Raw Tag Team Champions.
So coming up next, folks, it's going to be Kevin Owens and the Street Profits versus Seth Rollins, Andrade, and Angel Garza. Coming up next, so that should be interesting. Kind of interesting now. The whole dynamic of watching this just gets weirder and weirder the more restrictions that are put into place, because this match alone, I remember earlier this week that the guidelines were put out there recommending that no more events of 5 people or more were put together. And this match coming up next is a 6-person tag team match, which means at the very, 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 very basic amount of people, it's 6 men in the ring with a referee, so 7 people in the ring at once. Doesn't adhere to those guidelines, that's for sure. So honestly, good on WWE, because I don't think, and I think this is true, I don't think any of us had the foresight to think about what would happen if things continue to get worse, right? And continue to spread. WWE did. They thought about it. They were like, okay, we know that this is likely not going to get any better for a while. We need to get everybody in here and record the shows on the lead up to WrestleMania, and we need to film WrestleMania. That is what we're doing. And it was kind of like, it moved so quick. Every day there was developments, right? But good on WWE, honestly. I'm going to go ahead and say this. Every single person who complains about WrestleMania going on, screw you, right? If you're complaining about WrestleMania actually going on here, I don't know what to say to you, right? Just, you're getting wrestling. You're getting the biggest wrestling show of the year in a time where there is absolutely no live content being produced. That's a win for me. If WWE felt that WrestleMania did not live up to the quote-unquote hype of WrestleMania, and it doesn't feel like WrestleMania, they can always hold another one. Think about it. WWE holds these Saudi Arabia shows every year. They could hold another WrestleMania later on if they wanted to. There's nothing stopping them from saying, WrestleMania, we're going to have another one. There's nothing stopping them. There's nothing stopping them from treating this year's SummerSlam as WrestleMania. There's nothing stopping them from doing that. But at the end of the day, we are very, very blessed right now to be able to still watch content produced by WWE and AEW, at that matter, week in and week out. I personally have zero problems with WrestleMania going on. I love hearing the fact that WrestleMania is going to be a 3 hour and 15 minute show each day, both the Saturday and the Sunday, with, I believe, an hour pre-show beforehand. So it's going to be a 4 hour and 15 minute show, regardless of whatever day you're watching, which makes the entire runtime of WrestleMania, including 2 hours of pre-show, 8 hours and 30 minutes. That's not a bad WrestleMania. That's honestly a very respectable runtime for WrestleMania, even if it was aired on one single day. If you take away the 2 hours of pre-shows, that's 6 hours and 30 minutes of content, of wrestling, of WrestleMania. I'm A-okay with that one as well. I think it's going to be a great time, folks. I'm really looking forward to it. Casey Rose, thanks for your $1 there, girl. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Dropping that hundo up in there. That hundo sign. Trying to freak me out a little bit, thinking that you're dropping a hundo up in there, Casey? Huh?
Viewer discretion is advised.
Is WrestleMania going to be pre-taped or is it going to be live? Pre-taped. Pre-taped, which is why it is oh so very, 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 very important, folks, that we collectively work together to not spoil the shows, okay? Just work together with each other. I know there's so many of you out there who have looked up the spoilers for WrestleMania. Please keep them to yourselves, please. What we are trying to do is we're trying to limit it as much as possible beforehand, so that way when WrestleMania comes around, we aren't dealing with spoilers every 5 seconds. However, everyone, if you are caught spoiling the show, you get timed out in the chat, which is a 300-second break from the live chat. You can't talk for 300 seconds. And if we catch you a second time after that, you're just straight up banned from the live chat. You can continue to watch the streams. You can continue to interact with us through the Discord server if you'd like to do that. I mean, again, you would be banned from there immediately if you spoiled in the Discord server. But there is still ways that you can be a part of the community if that happens to you. After WrestleMania, okay, I will hear people out if they would like to be unbanned from the live stream. If they get banned if they get banned from the stream beforehand, you know, I will hear you out after WrestleMania if you reach out to me through Twitter, through Discord, in some way, shape, or form. If you reach out to me and we can work something out, yeah, sure. I will probably unban you after WrestleMania. But if you're caught spoiling here, you're gone. You're banzo, okay? Rosethorn Casey Rose says, your Queen Rose is here. Bow down to me. I will do no such thing there, Rosethorn. I will not bow down to you. I don't know exactly why you think I'm going to bow down to you. So I will bow down to no one. But thanks for your $2 dono. Hey-oh, we got ourselves a $20 dono as well right up in here. Thank you very much, my friend. It's good old Seth Amphetamines. Says, They're complaining because instead of giving us the spectacle that is WrestleMania, they're giving us 2 nights of no crowd house shows. People are mad because it's such a simple fix, but they'd rather put on a weak show. Simple fix? What do you mean? Thanks for your $20 dono right there, Seth Amphetamines. I do appreciate it. But there is no simple fix. There really is no simple fix. What? Would you guys, the people who are complaining, would you rather just literally there be no show? Like, is that a thing people are honestly wanting? Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. A simple fix is just putting it on in a few months instead of wasting the TV show. But that's the thing, it's not a waste, right? I don't understand that concept. We'll talk about it again in a moment here.
Universe. I have some unfortunate news. The United States champion, Andrade, has suffered a serious injury to his ribs.
What? No.
And has been declared medically unable to compete. However, I have access to the hottest young talent here in WWE.
Who?
Just like I brought in Angel Garza. Just like that. Allow me to introduce the 22-year-old sensation and the hottest free agent no more.
Who?
Austin Theory!
What? What?
Oh,
what? No way!
Yeah, oh, wow, that's right. What a huge opportunity for Austin Theory.
Oh, what in the world? Austin Theory has been called up to the main roster. Austin Theory? Austin freaking Theory. Why? I mean, I'm fine with it, but why? I guess WWE, you know what? Honestly, I'm sorry, one sec. This is kind of cool. I'm just starting to think about how WWE's starting to call up superstars to the main roster. They're not taking people who are over in NXT who already have an established fan base. No, they're taking people who have had a sprinkle of time in NXT and said, okay, you're ready. Boom! Call up to the main roster before you get too over down in NXT and you become too big of a star to call up. Wow! WWE, okay? That is phenomenal. Austin Theory is very, very, very talented. However, I always was saying this, he felt like he was kind of going to be limited in NXT simply because he doesn't have that break. He's not an NXT champion. He's not that type of performer, right? He's not that person. He's not that top tier, carry the brand, top heel or top face guy that can carry the NXT championship for quite some time. North American champion, sure. But if that's all you're looking at possibly getting him to in NXT, why not call him up to the main roster where you can have some more stories? This is neat. This is very neat. How do you not know who Austin Theory is? I do know who Austin Theory is. I know exactly who Austin Theory is. 134. Okay. All right, so Austin Theory there, folks. So let's continue talking here a little bit about the stuff going on right now. So really quickly to return here, some people who are saying that WWE's simple solution to WrestleMania this year was to move it later in the year. Now, I understand on paper that looks super easy, right? This looks super easy. Is it easy to do? No. No, it's not easy to do. You've got to think about every single storyline leading up to WrestleMania, and I know that that seems like a really cheap way to talk about it, but that's the truth. You've got these storylines written right now. You've got actual active performers who are relying on a WrestleMania paycheck. That's the other thing. WrestleMania paychecks. Guys, do you think the talent Seriously? And I know there's rumors that the talent was pushing for WrestleMania to be moved so that they could wrestle in front of actual fans. I bet you 3/4 of them are just saying that to say it. They're getting a WrestleMania payday. They're getting a big WrestleMania payday. It doesn't matter that there's no fans. They're getting a big WrestleMania payday. And I bet you 3/4 of those wrestlers back there, they might be saying, oh yeah, I wish that we could have wrestled in front of everybody in WrestleMania. Oh, it sucks that we're going to perform in front of nobody. That's not the case when they get their paycheck. No, it's not. So WWE, they're perfectly fine performing in front of no crowd, and the reason why it's not super simple just to move is because those performers who are expecting a WrestleMania paycheck at this very given moment, who are penciled in on the WrestleMania card, they might not be penciled in on WrestleMania a few months from now. The stories would have to change. WWE would have to figure some more stuff out, and is it impossible? No, but does it make WrestleMania more exciting down the line? No. It just makes us look back on this one and say, why aren't we getting Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar? Or whatever the match might be. Why aren't we getting this match? This match was set to happen there. Oh, why aren't we getting Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins anymore? Well, because it's pushed back. They can't continue feuds for that long to keep us interested in them. They would have to start some new feuds. And yeah, it's possible. But you know what's also possible? Airing it live on the WrestleMania weekend that was supposed to air in front of no fans, continuing to provide entertainment for people who are searching for entertainment right now, who are desperately searching for entertainment because they're bored out in their minds. I don't know about you guys, but during this whole quarantine thing, I have been bored. And that is coming from a guy who literally doesn't leave the house. There is something right now in this world, obviously, that just makes being at home boring. WWE is giving us something to watch this weekend. Not only just one of the days, but both of the days. Both Saturday and Sunday, they are going to provide over 8 hours of content combined. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very damn grateful WWE is doing that. Very grateful. Okay, so let's roll that $20 dono right now. Thank you very much there, Seth Amphetamines. I do appreciate it. It was a good conversation point. For sure. Yeah, it still went through right there, YT. Still went through. I'm waiting to see till the end of the month, but yeah, it still went through, so, hey, yeah. All right, thank you, my friend, for that $20 absolutely glorious dono. Till I'm victorious, and I will defend.
They're complaining because instead of giving us the spectacle that is WrestleMania, they're giving us 2 nights of no crowd house shows. People are mad because it's such a simple fix, but they'd rather put on a weak show.
Also, I don't understand how a weak show could possibly be a weak show considering this card, if in front of a bunch of fans, would be considered an absolutely awesome WrestleMania card. That's the truth right there, folks. Thank you, Tinkerlin, for following it up, though. He says, we're going to have a good WrestleMania no matter what happens, so let's make the most of it. Whoop, whoop. You're damn right there, my friend. Thank you for your $10 dono.
Behold the king of kings.
Oh, that's weird, Straight. Straight as Slade, did you donate through Streamlabs, potentially? I don't know. If you donated through YouTube, that would be on YouTube's end. Don't know why it's not going through, man.
We gonna have a good WrestleMania no matter what happens, so let's make the most of it. Whoop. Whoop.
Huh, Straight. I have no idea there, man. It didn't pop up on my end either. I'll show you my my feed right here. So it didn't pop up on my Super Chat feed either. So you can see that's Tingerland's right there. Yours would have popped up somewhere in there, and it has not. So you can see that right there, man. No idea, but I thank you so much for your attempted support on this channel, man. All right, so right now, folks, let's just get this one going because I don't know why it's taken me so long to realize that this is an actual match going on at hand right now, and I need to get a Twitter poll live for each and every single one of you. So who will win is the question. That is so weird, Stray to Slade. I will let you know if it pops up on my end here at any point, okay? I'll keep an eye open for it. Even if it's in the future, I'll let you know. So who will win? Hashtag Raw. So it's either going to be Angel, Garza, and Austin. T-H-E-O-R-Y, Angel Garza, Austin Theory, or will it be... Oh.
Austin Theory, a big forearm shot, 22 years old, has had some fantastic performances on NXT from Atlanta, Georgia, former bodybuilder.
There we go, guys. Head on over, twitter.com/Conman167. So yeah, we've now got the official news here. Breaking news, Andrade Cien Almas will be unable to compete at WrestleMania due to a rib injury. Wow. Let's just take a look at the amount of talent in this match, though. Right now, you've got Angelo Dawkins and Austin Theory in the ring. You've got Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens on the outside. And then you've got Montez Ford and Angel Garza as well. Like, these guys are so damn talented. Monday Night Raw is really starting to become fresh, isn't it? Like, super fresh feel to Monday Night Raw every time that I watch. Oh, what a super kick from Rollins! Wow! Kevin Owens says, smile now, bitch. Oh, I love that. Smile now, bitch.
Kevin Owens has spearheaded the uprising, the resistance against everything Monday Night Messiah. And if Kevin Owens can
Man, I'm actually a fan of these. Every single person in this ring, I'm actually a fan of it. Oh, what a right hand from Rollins catches Angelo Dawkins across the side of the head. Now he's just going to slowly lift Dawkins up and just run his fist across the back of his neck, popping that second headband of his off. Oh, there it goes. The headband is off, and then a kick right to the side of his head, courtesy of Angel Garza. CCSYT says Austin Theory is a Paul Heyman guy now. But I've heard he was brought up to be a jobber who can put on a match. Honestly, that'd be fine. I would be A-okay if Austin Theory is called up right now to be the enhancement talent of the main roster. I would love it if he is called up to be the Akira Tozawa position. Remember, guys, when Akira Tozawa was being featured week in and week out? Probably 4 or 5 weeks in a row almost, where Tozawa was there just putting on good matches after good matches after good matches, but losing. I would be A-okay if Austin Theory was put into that position early on in his career. He's only 22 years old, so he's got a long and bright future ahead of him, right? Yeah, that's also the funny thing. If Austin Theory was in AEW, I'm sure a lot more people would be talking about him as being a top-tier blue-chip prospect, right? He really is athletic as hell in the ring. It's just whether he's going to be able to put it all together as a personality, right? Oh, look at the fish hook right across the side of the head. And now Dawkins is wrapped in a side headlock from Angel Garza. Oh. Just sitting right across his back. Count of 2, kick out by Dawkins. R-Truth says, I will come back, Conman. I need to tell Lil Jimmy to make a match with me at you at WrestleMania. Well, apparently I'm fighting R-Trizzle at Mania. Oh, another kick right to the back. Rollins honestly looking very aggressive here right now. Very aggressive. Paul Carpenter asking me, what were the matches tonight? This. This is our first match here tonight, I think, right? Oh, no. Aleister Black versus the Jobber. Or wait. No, Aleister Black versus the Jobber. What else has happened here tonight? Anything else? I don't think so. Becky Lynch's promo. Yeah. Oh, into the cover. Count of 2. Kick out by Rollins. Sling blade delivered. Yeah, the Taker promo. Yeah, sorry, I was talking about actual matches. He asked, no, guys. He asked what matches had happened. No, I remember there's the Taker promo. No, he asked what matches have happened. We got a $5 dono up in here. Thank you very much, my friend. He says, it's straight a slate. He says, let's hope this one goes through. There it goes, my friend. He says, can't wait for Mania. And I planned out that after high school, I will be going to Santino Bros Wrestling School. Santino Bros Wrestling School. Let me look that up. Wrestling. Santino? Oh, is it Battle Arts? Oh, I've heard. Is it Battle Arts? Battle Arts Academy. Did they change it? No, that's in the United States. Battle Arts is in Canada. Never mind. So that's in the United States. Cool. Cool. Santino Bros. I like it. Well, best of luck there, my friend. Thanks for sharing with us. Kevin Owens going all the way up to the top rope. Beautiful senton catches Garza there to the cover. 2, but saved by Austin Theory. Ford. Ford missed the side of his head. That was a giant botch. It's a big-ass botch from Ford. Rollins tried to catch him. Oh! There's even a bigger botch. Oh! Oh, back-to-back botches, Ford, man. Oh! Stunner! It's over. Cover 2. Owens wins and beats Angel Garza. Oh, and a stomp delivered.
Rollins was lying in wait for his opportunity. He could have given a damn about the conclusion of this match. He wanted Kevin Owens.
And Rollins just stomps Kevin Owens right after that match is done. I know, Swagger Dagger. I'm on your side as well there, man. WrestleMania is stacked this year. The fact that we're getting Edge's return, I'm so pumped. So pumped for it. This week is going to be awesome. Like, yeah, this is WrestleMania week, folks. It's tough to remind ourselves that, but this is actually WrestleMania weekend right now, or week right now. I think everybody is okay from that match. Doesn't seem like anybody is injured, but you never know until they get to the back, obviously.
Kevin Owens was rolling here, hitting the stunner. And Kevin Owens thought he would secure the momentous victory, but it would be
I swear, you guys are my only wrestling fans. Good to know they're straight as slate. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks for your $7.02 dono. Yeah, it still hasn't popped up on my end here for whatever reason. It'll probably get refunded to you, honestly, in the future. Honestly, you'll just see a random $7.02 thing on your credit card someday, probably. But if you don't, I appreciate the support. Oh my! All right, so that was good. That was good. Good match. Very surprising to see Austin Theory get called up here tonight. And that's the reason, folks. That is the reason I avoid spoilers at every little cost. That was so enjoyable to me to see Austin Theory called up right there. I didn't have a damn clue he was being called up. I knew that I saw some spoilers that Andrade had been injured and that there was going to be a replacement for him, but I didn't look past that. Mark Seraphin, thank you very much, my friend, for subscribing.
It's been a minute since I retired from wrestling, so I want to get in as much family time as I can. You, kids, and my championship belts. So beautiful.
The Undertaker promo was excellent. It really was, yeah.
We, my daughters, I'm not just some ex-wrestler who doesn't have a purpose. I'm also a parent.
A little bit there, Z-Dog. A little bit, buddy.
I forget that sometimes.
And, like, I also kind of want to, Oh, thank you, Casey Rose, for the $3. Give me a little fist bump. Boom, boom. Love it. I also kind of really want to briefly talk about why WWE really is doing the right decision with running WrestleMania this year. You can only plan for so much, and none of us had been planned for this, right? We should have been planned for it. we weren't. So WWE was caught just off guard, just as much off guard as we were with this whole situation. I think if you cancel WrestleMania or postpone it, you risk not knowing when we're going to be back, right? You risk not knowing. This thing could last throughout the whole summer. It would really suck if it did, but this thing could last throughout the whole summer. Things might not be back to normal till September, October. Who knows if it goes any longer than that. WWE might not be running shows after WrestleMania. They might literally just be sending people home. I don't know how they're going to be able to record anything more. I think they're just going to have to send people home. That's what's going to have to happen, right? So, I think we should be thanking our lucky stars that we're sitting here watching a live show of wrestling. Is it as good as regular wrestling? No. Is it a lot better with a fan? Yeah. Is it a lot better with a live crowd? Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Does this suck? No. It does not suck. Right? It's entertaining. I've been sitting here for now an hour and 43 minutes, thoroughly entertained for an hour and 43 minutes. Can I say that I've been consistently entertained for 2 hours straight by one TV program? No, during this whole lockdown, I've been bored. If you said throw a 2-hour show on, a movie or something, I bet you halfway through the movie, I'm a little bored. That's just because that's how things are right now. It's boring. So WWE is really, honestly, in my opinion, doing the right thing here by pre-taping all of this stuff and allowing us to watch it. It doesn't suck. It's not as good as WWE normally is. Okay? I'll be the first to admit that. It's not as good. It's not bad. It's not bad. I've seen, honestly, worse shows put on by WWE with live crowds there. Do you guys remember? I forget what it was. Do you remember, though, the one Monday Night Raw where the entire first hour had zero wrestling? Zero? Like, none? Zero wrestling on a wrestling show? Guys, that was an actual episode of Monday Night Raw. We've had more wrestling on this show than we had on that one. It's not a bad time watching these shows. Is it the most enjoyable? No. But it's not bad. Right? It's not bad. I think WWE wrestling fans are just a little too picky for things sometimes. Because when wrestling is good, it's really, really good. But if you don't like this crap, then you don't have to watch it, right? I mean, here's the thing. If you think an empty arena show for WrestleMania is going to be bad, don't watch it, right? If you think Monday Night Raw week in and week out while they're trying to put on some show for us is bad, then don't watch it. Here's Kevin Owens.
You know, Seth, I think you just kicked some sense into me.
DJ Quick, thanks
no
for
pun intended. Because I've been thinking a lot about what you said last week. And after what just happened, I have a lot to say. And I know you're watching.
Okay.
So listen up. Last Monday, you walked around this place and said that while you never trained here, this building was built because of you.
Excuse me.
You said that everybody that came through this place should be thankful for you. You said this building was built on your blood, sweat, and tears, built on your back. But I've actually heard otherwise. Oh. See, I heard this place was built despite of you.
Wow.
I heard that from the moment you set foot in that warehouse in Tampa that you mentioned, you were a nightmare to deal with.
You were a nightmare. Yes. Tyler Black was a nightmare,
folks. You knew everything about everything. Mm-hmm. You were better than everyone else. Nobody could stand you. And I gotta say, Seth, these past few months you have done an outstanding job proving everyone right when they said that all you are is an arrogant dipshit.
Whoa!
But look, I'm well aware of my past. Okay, I'm well aware of my reputation and what people can say because of the path that I've chosen. But the difference between you and I is that I am not delusional like you.
Oh.
I've been saying you're delusional for a long time, and last week you proved me right. You did, because you talked about all those WrestleMania moments you've had, right? You said that when it comes to WrestleMania, what did you call yourself? Oh yeah, you're a god. And that I am just a disappointment. I got to admit, man, those words actually stung. They did. They stayed with me. But when I was at home thinking about all this stuff, it occurred to me just how askewed your view of reality is, because while I may not have all those WrestleMania moments that you do, I can claim the same accolades that you claim. I've been Intercontinental Champion twice. I've been United States Champion 3 times. I have been Universal Champion. In fact, I was Universal Champion well before you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
And those WrestleMania moments you talk about, see, all the accomplishments I just listed that I have,
I earned them.
Well, I'm man enough to admit that I didn't get them on my own.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No, because I had someone watching my back or helping me for each of them, one way or another. And so did you. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but those WrestleMania moments you're so proud of, none of them you accomplished on your own. You always had backup. And if you didn't have backup, you found some underhanded way to get what you want.
Wow.
And look, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be proud of those moments. All I'm saying is that you need to be honest with yourself.
I love this.
Because the only thing you said last week that actually makes sense is that when you got to WWE, you were told that nothing you accomplished before you got here matters. Your past no longer matters. And that will never be more true than come Saturday at WrestleMania. Because on Saturday, when you and I get into this ring together, your past doesn't matter. My past doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that it's you and me, finally, one-on-one. And Seth, this Saturday night, I will show you you're not a prophet, you're not a Messiah, you are not a God when I beat you in the middle of this ring and I take my first WrestleMania moment from you.
Yeah!
Because this Saturday, I will be the one to burn it down.
Wow! Cue his music.
Get the feeling Kevin Owens does.
My God, everyone. Proof right there. Kevin Owens is one of the best in the WWE on the microphone. Empty arena, no problem. He just sold me on WrestleMania. Holy crap, folks. Great promo. Kevin Owens, does he get his WrestleMania moment this Saturday? We now know when that match is going to be. Does he get his WrestleMania moment this Saturday against Seth Rollins? We're going to find out. Wow.
Well, this was a scene from the Royal Rumble where Edge tried to write his comeback story after 9 years.
All right, let's roll this $3 dono. Thank you very much there, Casey Rose. I do appreciate your $3 fist bumping dono. Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk. Loved that promo. Let's do some shout outs over on Twitter. We got Bayside High 2020, thank you very much for following me on Twitter, along with Joseph Ventura. Thank you for following me on Twitter.
Plus, on a special edition of Miz TV, Miz and Morrison host the Usos and New Day before they collide.
This is an interesting tweet right here from Ryan Satan, everybody. So he says, these promos from the PC where the superstars are allowed to look into the camera are something I'd like to see continue once the crowds are back. It's so much more powerful when they're allowed to speak to the millions of people watching instead of just the ones in the arena. I actually didn't know that was a thing for promos in the WWE. I didn't know that they weren't allowed to look down the camera. That to me is actually quite surprising. So yeah, I'm right there with Ryan Satan. Let's allow them to look right into the camera and talk to all the people who are watching around the world as opposed to just the people who are in the live arena. It's kind of cool. It's a good way to put it.
We created it the hard way. We built it.
With the launch of Rogers Cable, he united us all to laugh, to cheer, and to
look up Sammy Guevara's Spanish God t-shirt. They 100% copied WWE. Let me look here. Sammy Guevara t-shirt copy WWE. Let's see here. Sammy Guevara Pro Wrestling Tees official merchandise shop.
We're thinking about you. That's why we've
Did they straight up copy? Oh my god, they literally did.
Free delivery from Uber Eats. Skip the dishes. Tim Hortons.
They literally did.
Our communities.
Sammy Guevara's... Oh my god. Yeah, his shirt is literally a copy of the Monday Night Messiah Seth Rollins. Look at this crap. Look at this. It says hit me up. It says hit me up. That's his t-shirt. What? That's literally a direct copy. Hit me up. God. Sammy Guevara. Something else, isn't he?
With McCafe Coffee, you're not just getting a great cup. You're helping support farmers and their communities.
Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about this here today. WrestleMania weekend. Here, not WrestleMania weekend, WrestleMania week. We officially now have the schedule for what the WWE Network is going to be releasing to you guys and myself this week. So, here we go. So starting tomorrow, the Broken Skull sessions, the uncensored versions, are available on demand at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that means all of the Broken Skull sessions that we have seen so far are going to be aired in their entirety with no censoring behind them. So all the swears, all that, is going to be uncensored. It is TV mature. So make sure you guys are of age before watching that. And if you have parental controls on your WWE Network, then you might not be able to watch it. What else do we have? The 15 greatest WrestleMania title matches of the last 15 years available on demand at 10 a.m. as of tomorrow. Wednesday, April 1st, we are going to get WWE's The Bump with AJ Styles and Humberto Carrillo on The Bump at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Available at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, April 1st, Triple H's best WrestleMania matches, from clashes with The Undertaker to World Championship main events. Watch the game's biggest hits at WrestleMania. Then at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on demand again, Charlotte Flair's 8 most memorable matches. So that's kind of cool. Experience the Queen's 8 greatest matches featuring classic showdowns against Sasha Banks, Ronda Rousey, and Asuka. Thursday, April 2nd, Where Are They Now? Eva Marie and Gene Snitsky. Available at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, like I said, on April 2nd. WWE Dream Match Mania, streaming at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is actually a unique show, guys, that you might want to look into. This is on Thursday, April 2nd. So WWE superstars commentate over simulated dream matches as they play out in video game form. So what I do here with the Conman Universe, surprise, surprise, WWE having another thing that is almost identical to this channel, WWE Dream Match Simulations sort of thing, almost identical to what the CMU puts on, except for it's probably going to be WWE superstars commentating over dream matches. Stone Cold's best WrestleMania matches available on demand at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. WrestleMania, Best of WrestleMania Theater, available on demand at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is again on Thursday. WWE NXT UK is available on demand at 3 p.m. Yep, there you go. And this week in WWE starts at 7 p.m. WWE NXT is available on demand at 10 p.m. So that's right, the WWE Network gets access to NXT there. Friday, April 3rd, WWE Untold. HBK versus Angle, available on demand at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So learn the full story behind WrestleMania 21's incredible showdown between Mr. WrestleMania and the Olympic gold medalists, featuring interviews with Shawn Michaels, Kurt Angle, Johnny Gargano, and Michael Cole. The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak, once again, this is on Friday, available at 3 p.m. on the WWE Network. Then we've got Best of WrestleMania's ladder matches, available on demand once again at 3 p.m. So lots of content coming to you guys. And then 205 Live will be streaming at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, after SmackDown, obviously. Then Saturday, WrestleMania Day 1. The Chronicle is going to be Drew McIntyre, available at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time that day. Randy Orton's Best WrestleMania matches, available at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that day. WWE's The Bump, streaming live at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as they count down to WrestleMania 36. WrestleMania 36 Kickoff Part 1 will begin at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, not Pacific, Pacific time. That is going to be this Saturday. And WrestleMania 36 Part 1, the actual full show, begins at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Saturday. Continuing on with some more content, ladies and gentlemen, on April 5th, the Sunday, there will be a WWE 24 Edge. The Second Mountain will be available on demand at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. WWE's The Bump will be streaming live from 1 p.m. as they count down towards WrestleMania Part 2. At 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, WrestleMania 36 Kickoff Part 2 begins. And WrestleMania 36 Part 2, the final part of WrestleMania, begins at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Sunday. So that is the long rundown of everything you need to know programming-wise in the WWE. What we're going to do right now, folks, if you would like to click on that link that I just talked about and you want to have all the stuff right in front of your very eyes, you can click on the link that I just posted in the chat right now. Our friends over at Fightful.com do a great job compiling WrestleMania week. They do a great job compiling lots of stuff. So if you guys want to check out their articles, make sure you go on over and do so. I forgot to mention this earlier, I believe, but we've got ourselves, unless something has changed here. Yes, we've got ourselves a new boss, and his name is Seth Amphetamines. There you go, Seth. And you have become a one-time boss battle champ this month? I believe so. Seth Amphetamines. There we go. One time. Boom. I mean, Alberto Del Rio has really not done anything for me my entire life watching wrestling. I don't think he's... Let's just say this. I can't stand the stories that I've heard regarding the human being. And when you're kind of a... just not a great human being, doesn't make me want to root for you. Here's Edge.
Randy, you said that Adam Copeland is a junkie for Edge. You're probably right. But it's not an ego thing. It's not about ego. See, I love the feeling that happens in an arena, that explosion when my music hits. That connection. That raw connection, that intensity that I share with our audience, because I'm one of them. I came from them. You know, let's face it, man. We're all junkies for this. As a 13-year-old kid sitting 11th row ringside for WrestleMania, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, I knew then. If you're not a junkie for this, then you're just taking up space. You're in my way.
Yeah, there you go.
Talked about grit, right? Clearly, we have different definitions of the word grit. To you, grit seems to be, handpicked by evolution. That represents grit to you. You're resting on the laurels of your family name.
Ooh.
Coasting. Off and on with spurts of magic for the last 20 years. Just okay with being okay.
Ooh. Damn.
Don't get me wrong, okay for you is better than most, and that's a Hall of Fame career. But to me, grit is the type of man that'll reach down into that hole, that'll pull somebody out that probably doesn't deserve it. To me, grit is refusing to be an evolution because you don't want to be someone's lackey. To me, grit is forging your own Hall of Fame career. To me, grit is thinking about how to get back here every day for 9 years and end this on your terms. I was mistaken. I was wrong. I said that you were jealous of me, right? You're not jealous of me. You're jealous of my passion. See, because you can't fabricate passion. You have it or you don't, and I have it, Randy. And the only time that you have it is when I'm around. I make you better. I push you, I motivate you, I light a fire under you, and everyone else sees it but you. Wow. Everyone's talking about it. They know. This is the best Randy Orton has ever been. The last time Randy Orton scratched being this good was 9 years ago.
Oh. Wow.
That scares you. I inspire that passion in you, and that feeling scares you. You don't know what to do with it. If anything, you're a junkie for the way that I make you feel. But you listen to the voices in your head, right? Those voices, they're afraid of this feeling. They can't handle this feeling. What did they tell you to do? They told you to make a horrible mistake, Randy. And you listened. You attacked my pack. You almost had me believing that maybe the Royal Rumble, maybe that was enough closure for me. But then you put your hands on my wife. You uttered the names of my little girls. And you pulled me back in. You accepted a last man standing match with me. A man who will dive face first into a flaming table with thumbtacks lodged into every part of my body just to grab that torch that you took for granted. Dug yourself another hole, didn't you, Randy? This time, I'm not going to pull you back out. I'm going to push you so far in, you will never get back out.
The question is, who will be the last man standing this weekend at WrestleMania? 9 years in the making. Edge returns to the showcase of the Immortals, but can Randy Orton close the book on the Rated R Superstar once and for all?
Wow. That was good. Holy crap, the promos are on fire today, folks. Man, the promos are so damn good. All right, everybody. Really quickly here, if you have not done so, please make sure you leave a like on this video. Also making sure you are subscribed to the channel. It would be great to see some more names pop up over there. I saw we got ourselves a $5 dono up in there. Thank you very much, Kelvin Jackson. I do appreciate your support on this channel. Hopefully you're doing well, my friend.
Do you think we are...
Kelvin Jackson dropping 5. Thank you, my friend. Let's burn it down.
Are you shocked? So is Mama.
This is crazy
Okay.
right now.
I think I kind of want to do a little mini Twitter poll right now, everybody, because I'm curious to see what match are you looking forward to the most? What hashtag WrestleMania 36 match are you looking forward to the most? Will it be Drew versus Brock? Is it going to be Fiend versus Cena? No, Wyatt versus Cena? Is it going to be AJ versus Undertaker? Or will it be Edge versus Orton? Okay. There we go, guys. I think I've got the top 4 up there. Yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, that one works. Those 4 work. So there you go, everybody. You've got 4 options to choose from over on twitter.com/Conman167 for what WrestleMania 36 match are you looking forward to the most. You can let me know over on Twitter, and we got our polls up there right now so we can see in live time which of the 4 matches you guys are looking forward to the most. There we go. I know there's no female matches on there. Unfortunately, I would put a bunch of polls if I could, but there's so many matches at WrestleMania, and I just had to put the 4 that people would most likely be choosing. Just finished updating the Mania card. Hold on, sweet. In your opinion, what's the greatest character Vince McMahon has created? Undertaker. I have to go with Vince himself, #1, and Hogan and Taker a close second. And for me, it's Undertaker, #1. In terms of pure characters, like literally a character, Undertaker's it. There is not a better character in the history of wrestling that is more of a gimmick that it shouldn't have worked, but did. Right? That's the thing with him, with Undertaker, is his gimmick shouldn't have worked. It shouldn't have worked. It should have been one of the stupidest things that WWE ever put on their screen. But they made it work. He made it work because he was committed to the gimmick. And he took it seriously. He became respected. And now he's a legend.
All topped with real Canadian cheese. Millions of combinations. Create yours today, in store or online. Domino's $7.99 pizza deal. Top that.
Who is my favorite female wrestler, past or present? So for a while, my favorite female wrestler, past or present, was Trish Stratus. The Canadian connection, obviously, to me, that was a big thing. But it wasn't for a while until my favorite women's wrestler. See, like, I love Carmella still. I think she is truly fun to watch in the ring every time she's in there. I think she's got a great modern-day gimmick that works. If there was a mid-card championship, Carmella would hold on to it, like, all the time. She would hold on to it every single day, basically. Carmella's great. My favorite women's wrestler of all time, though, I think it's got to be Charlotte. Charlotte just continues to impress me and impress me and impress me every time I see her. Doesn't matter where she is, she's just so impressive. To me, at least. Seth Buckley, WWE fan, and Jaden, thank you guys all for following me over on Twitter. I do appreciate that. Here comes Asuka.
This year is the only WrestleMania that is too big for just one night. For the first time ever, WrestleMania is a 2-day event. It begins streaming.
Women's Tag Team Championships are going to be defended there, though. It's going to be Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, so that's a match. That's a match.
Will be defending the women's tag team titles against Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss from SmackDown.
So Asuka.
Asuka's riding so
Solo here tonight. She has got to be full on in WrestleMania mode and one last chance to
Riding solo here tonight.
here tonight on Raw.
But who is going to be her opponent here tonight?
Recently here on Monday Night Raw, diving into the ring, her matchup against
Oh my God, are they going to... Is that Is that Kaden Carter? No way. Are we about to see Kaden Carter versus Asuka? We are too. No way. Oh, that's cool. Kaden Carter versus Asuka? Sweet.
Why? Who are you? Who are you? No one is ready for Asuka. Come on.
Well, that didn't take much translating.
All right.
Well, to answer Asuka's question tonight, her opponent is Kaden Carter from NXT.
Oh, there you go, Kaden Carter. Hit her hard right out of the gate. So, personally, everybody, I'm a big fan of Kaden Carter. I think Kaden Carter is a great little talent. She's got some, she's got a decent future here inside of the WWE, in my honest opinion. Whether she has a quick match here against Asuka or not, I don't know, but, she's really quite good. Kaden Carter goes right around. Can't catch her there. Sidestep by Asuka. Right back through the legs. Kaden Carter slides down there. Looking to roll up Asuka. She catches her there. Count of one, count of two. Kick out Asuka. Oh, what a kick to the face of Asuka. Kaden Carter down to the cover again. Count of two. Kick out by Asuka. Wow. Goes for a big kick. Asuka turns it around. She's got an ankle lock locked in deep. No way. Oh, German suplex delivered. Oh, what a kick. I think Asuka's about to put her away before I can even get her up on the screen. Yeah, it's over. Asuka lock in deep. Kaden Carter forced to tap out immediately. Taps out immediately. Wow. Wow, that was a quick performance. She just did an ankle lock into a German suplex. Bro, what the hell? Dude, Asuka is incredible. She is so incredible. Let's take a look at the poll right now, folks. Oh, hang on. Asuka's going to commentary.
Oi! Alexa! Oi, Alexa! Nikki! お前らは手に勝てると思ってんだかわからんよ。勝てると思ってますと。無理や無理。お前は無理や。なんでだろお前ら。イージーピーティーやこれ。イージーピーティー。イージーピーティーだこれ。歌舞伎ウォリアーズ勝たせてもらいますね。
Coming this weekend at WrestleMania will be Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, defending the women's. Still to come here on Raw. He is the man who defends.
Sorry, guys. I think I got disconnected there for a split second. Yeah, I think I got disconnected for a split second there, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies. Right there. Sorry. I think we're still okay. It's back. We good? Everybody, you can see me? Boom. I hope so. Doing pretty good there, everybody. She needs a lot less time on the microphone. Okay. So, the Asuka conundrum right now. Asuka is cutting good work. We just can't understand it, right? Like, that's the thing. I think a lot of people don't seem to realize that Asuka cutting a promo in her native tongue doesn't mean it's a bad promo. Doesn't mean that she can't speak. Doesn't mean that it's an annoying promo. We just don't understand it. And as a result, we don't necessarily comprehend what she's trying to get across. She says usually one or two English words in her promos to give you an idea what she's talking about. But for the most part, Asuka is very, very much
What is happening?
just a crazy character at this point. But she is literally saying things. And once you understand what those things are, whether they be translated afterwards or be told to us through Twitter or whatever, it's still entertaining. And it's entertaining as a heel. It's annoying also as a heel, which makes you hate them even more. It's... honestly, I'm fine with it. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I personally don't like how WWE forces the concept that everybody has to speak English inside of the WWE. They are considered a worldwide brand with now literally trying to set up base over in Japan with an NXT Japan, NXT Saudi Arabia, like they're all over the world. They're an international brand. Let the superstars who speak a native tongue, let them speak in their native tongue and translate later, or have something to tell you what it is they're saying at a later time, or even just convey enough of their message in the promo. It's not the worst idea with Asuka, okay? She is certainly far more captivating now than when she first won the tag titles and they didn't really let her speak. Remember, guys, when they had Kairi Sane and Asuka partnered with Paige? Remember when they wanted to put Paige with the freaking Kabuki Warriors? Yeah, that was a thing. That was stupid. That had no fit, no natural fit. I'm so glad that that's gone. But yeah, the Kabuki Warriors are doing well right now. Asuka's on another level at this moment. Good stuff. I enjoy it.
I miss having my arms around him.
Asuka versus Baszler at some point would be great. Honestly, yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I would not be opposed. Okay, hear me out. I would not be opposed to seeing Asuka and Kairi Sane lose the tag titles to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross at WrestleMania. Wouldn't be opposed to that because it could free up Asuka to go after the likes of Shayna Baszler after WrestleMania. Wouldn't be opposed to it. Definitely not opposed to it. Holy moly, these lights are getting so bright on my eyes. Jeffrey Rosado, certified boss, says, is it weird how sometimes I can go 3 days without eating anything? A little weird. Is it the weirdest thing? No, I guess it all depends on what you're doing at home. If you're just kind of sitting there at home and not doing anything, you might not need technically need the food for the energy, right? As a result, your body doesn't tell you that you're hungry, but it can't be good for it. Can't be good for it. So we still got 40 minutes left in the show, folks.
At WrestleMania, I want the Undertaker in a boneyard match.
Zachary plays basketball. Says, Conman, I have thought Jinder Mahal would be a good choice for Goldberg at WrestleMania. Oh boy. Yep. Unless you want to see him lose in 5 seconds, which, you know what, might not be the worst thing. Yeah, remember when at one point they were trying to seriously make us take the idea of Brock Lesnar versus Jinder Mahal for the WWE Championship as a serious thing? Or not even for the WWE Championship, just in a match at Survivor Series? Remember when that was a thing? Thank God AJ Styles took over that.
Getting himself into at WrestleMania against the Undertaker. Another question for WrestleMania: does the NXT Women's Champion Rhea Ripley understand what she's in for when she defends her championship against Charlotte Flair? I want to take you back to some footage from earlier today at the WWE Performance Center when Rhea Ripley arrived.
Oh, what the hell? Oh my God, Charlotte attacked her from behind.
Thank you. Stop. Hey, rookie. I'll see you at WrestleMania. Woo!
Woo!
Thank you. Are you okay? Are you good?
Yeah. Yeah, you will.
Oh.
Will it be the experience?
cool.
Of the queen or the boldness of the nightmare. For the first time ever, the NXT Women's
I like that.
Championship will be on the line at WrestleMania.
Austin Olsen says, Conman, do you think WWE messed up by putting the title on The Fiend so early? Yeah. In a way, yeah. In a way, no. I think if it was never WWE's plan to get The Fiend to WrestleMania as the champion, I don't think he should have ever ran through the title, to be honest with you. He could have been an attraction on his own right. They could have really made The Fiend to be something out of this world big in terms of like The Undertaker big. Do I still think he's got that potential? Yeah. Oh my god, are we going to see another? Okay, alright. Well, that's kind of... Okay. Okay, so we're getting ourselves another match from Survivor Series last year. What is this match? Wow, so we're going to get Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar. Okay. Okay. I mean, this was a great match. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to enjoy watching this match again. I'm just kind of confused as to why this one's being shown here tonight. Would it really? But anyways, I mean, you gotta have matches to show on the card here, and they're just replaying old pay-per-view matches, so that works as well. This was a very good match, though. Yeah, this was the one where Dominic did the 619. Yeah, so this was a good match, folks. Don't get me wrong. Very entertaining match at Survivor Series. This was actually just last year, back in November. Wow. You know what's really crazy, guys? If I look just literally right here at the calendar, we're at the end of March already. 2, 3, 4. This was 4 months ago. Like... This was 4 months ago this match went on. That is honestly crazy. 4 months ago, man. It really just flies by. I've noticed this as well with WWE. At least being wrestling fans, we have so much stuff to look forward to at all times, right? We're actually, you know what? As wrestling fans, we are very spoiled in the sense that we have constantly shows that we look towards coming up every month. Whether it's the next pay-per-view, whether it's the next Big Four pay-per-view, whether it's WrestleMania, whether it's the Royal Rumble, whether it's a match. We are spoiled to the tits with the ability to look forward to things. And I think that's why as wrestling fans, generally speaking, it makes time fly by. Because next thing you know, you're like, oh my god, that was 4 months ago, that pay-per-view? Where did the time go? Alright though, everyone. We're going to watch this match, Rey Mysterio versus Brock Lesnar, here as we are closing in on the last half hour of Monday Night Raw tonight. Overall, though, the show has been very good for promos. It had Austin Theory make his debut on the main roster, which was cool. Other than that, though, it's just kind of been another one of those shows where it's spinning its tires waiting to get to WrestleMania. This one's a short match. No, this one wasn't a short match. This one was a relatively, it wasn't long, though, but it was very entertaining, if I remember correctly. Austin Olsen says, I want to get into wrestling, but I don't know where to start. Honestly, man, best way to start, and this is coming from a guy who has never tried to make a run at wrestling, okay? Never tried to make a run at being a wrestler. But the first thing I can say to you, if you're looking to start, hit up a gym. I don't know what your shape is. I don't know if you're a big jacked up dude or if you're a small little scrawny dude. I don't know what you are. But hit a gym, add some muscle, get some toning going, and hit up a wrestling school, because you're going to have to be able to lift people. You're going to have to be able to bump hard. And the first thing that you learn in wrestling is how to take a bump, right? How to do a back bump. And everybody says the same thing. When you hit that ground, boom, it just rocks your whole body. It hits you like nothing else. You literally see stars. And this is, again, all from what I have heard from it. I've never tried to make an actual wrestling attempt in my life. But hit a gym, get swole, I don't know, and add some muscle. That way, when you do that back body drop at a wrestling school, when you do hit that mat hard, when you hit boom with your hand smacking the side and your neck up with your chin tucked, when you do that, might not hurt you as much because you've got a little bit of muscle on. You've got enough of a barrier between you and your bones, as opposed to just rocking your bones on that hard mat. Get your cardio up too. Yeah, ring cardio is a big thing. Like, once you get blown up, you're gonna injure somebody else, right? And what I mean by blown up is if you are gassed, if you are out of breath, if you run those ropes a couple times and you are gassing, huffing and puffing, needing water, needing air, breathing heavy, 1, you're gonna look terrible on TV. 2, you're going to injure somebody.
This is an ad for a chip so iconic.
If you can't last a whole match without getting gassed every time you run the ropes, you are going to hurt somebody. And that's one of the funniest things when it comes to wrestling, because you've got these big dudes in wrestling.
Where's my credit card? I had it when I
Relatively on the huskier side of things as well, if you will, people like Otis Dojabek. But Otis can still run the ropes. He can still go. That's a lot of other people as well. People like Kevin Owens can go. And the reason for that is because they train their cardio.
It was in the car.
With the TD app, you're in control of your TD credit cards. That's what confidence feels like.
At Tim Hortons, we're proud
That's pretty
to
cool,
serve
Kevin
all of
Langoff.
our
It's
communities
pretty
across
cool.
Canada, and we're thinking about you.
Wally Hejaz says, what was your first ever stream? My first ever
Tim
stream?
Hortons, proudly serving our communities.
It was a Minecraft stream. If you mean my actual first ever live stream, it would have been on Twitch. It would have been back in 2011 or 2012. I can't remember exactly when my first live stream happened. Either 2011 or 2012. I don't know if it happened before or after I became a part of the Chaos Craft server. I want to say it happened after. So I'm going to go ahead and say February, March of 2012 was my very first live stream. Let's check that. Let's see how accurate I was. Let's go back to my Twitch archive here. So I know my very first live stream was on Twitch. So, content, video producer, all videos.
No one likes to feel stuck.
Oh, I'm unless I deleted it. Holy moly. Never mind. So I was wrong, actually. My, hang on, did I start in 2012? Hang on, did I start in 2012? I think I started YouTube. Was it YouTube 2012 or 2011? Now I'm starting to forget when my first day was. Holy crap. Let me check again here. I think it was actually 2012, now that I'm looking back on it. I might have said 2011, but... Videos. How can I filter my videos? Can't. Okay, well anyways guys, what it is saying right here is my very first live stream that I ever did was apparently on July 30th, 2013. July 30th, 2013. Holy crap. Let me click watch.
This program is
What does this
aggressive
sound
in
like?
nature. It may contain themes that are not suitable for everyone. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here, we're gonna mute this. I want to hear what the audio. Right, Rojo, here you go. You ready? Crouch, bud. And there we go. Oh my God. Good. Oh my God. Do you guys hear my? Do you hear my voice?
Okay, guys, I'm heading back to the Chaos
Do you hear
Craft
my
server.
old voice?
I'm heading back.
Oh my.
KK's.
Okay, anyways, right back here. Let's get off this crap.
Make
Fashion,
avatar
please.
for the vid with that group picture.
Fashion, please.
A, the hair. Exhibit B, wearing plaid after Arbor Day. And
Why are the
worst of
fashion
all,
police here?
Sweatpants.
Gavoya, how you doing, my friend? Thanks for subscribing.
Case closed. Breezy, write him the ticket.
You want to know why I can't write him the ticket? Because I like his style.
No!
They're really comfortable.
No.
They're really comfortable.
No. Just
no,
give him a chance.
No.
Snickers commercial.
Satisfies.
All right. Luis Batista says, Conman, you sounded like you were inside a box. Holy crap. Like, it might as well have been. That's a long time ago. My God. That is July 30th, 2013. People asking how old was I? Would have been 17, right? Or was I 18 at that point? Because I would have just turned 18, right? 2013. My God. Math. 2015 is 20. So yeah, 18. Just turned 18. Yep, I was 18 there, my friends, because it was July 30th, so I just turned 18 when that video went down. My God. That's 18. I'm 25. You know what's really cool, everybody? When I take a step back and look at this, I can literally see myself grow up right here on the internet in many ways. Many ways. For a while, I didn't do face cam, so I didn't have the ability to truly see myself more through my times on Chaos Craft, but there was some times that I did do a little video. If you guys ever want to just go back and look at the channel and see where I truly came from and how I developed on this channel, it's all still there. I don't delete weird face cam videos that I had in the past. You might find like 30-second videos where I'm saying, hey guys, I'm going live very soon, come on, join me on Twitch, and then I'm like babyface con, hair going everywhere, just like, god damn. I gotta show you, I gotta find this, okay? I gotta show you really young Connor. This is on YouTube. Okay? So this is really young Connor, and it's actually on YouTube. So let me see if I can find this video. What's it called? Conman167 Awesomeness TV. Boom. We got partnered, right? Conman167, we got partnered. Where's that at?
Lesnar, realizing it. Lesnar quickly now, looking for a
Huh.
onto the pipe. I think Mysterio landed on the pipe. Yeah, of course.
Apparently I can't find this video. Okay, let me see if I can search somewhere else. Sorry guys, I know that we're just kind of just basically waiting till the end of the show comes around here at this point. But yeah, search across your channel. Partnered. There we go. Found it, folks. I found it. Oh no. Oh no, everyone. Okay. I'm going to share something very freaky with you guys. We are talking about a young Conman. We are talking about a very young Conman. This is March 17th, 2013. Guys, we are literally talking... We're talking like almost 7 years ago to the date. This is 7 years ago, Conman. Oh my god. Let me see if I can find a way to put this up on the screen. This is rough. Okay. So, where are we at? Let's go. Window captured. Boom. And let's go with... Nope, don't want that. Whoops. My bad. My bad. I need... Pop out, chat, live stream reaction, Sportsnet partner. There it is. Okay, everyone. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, everyone. This is a very young Conman. 2013 Conman167.
Here, I literally just got home from my hockey game, which I just got back from my vacation.
Oh my god.
School tomorrow, it's like 12:37 at night, so this is going to be a very quick episode. It's just mainly saying thank you guys. I've got some huge news. All that's happened is I got home, checked my email, and what do you know? I've been partnered. I've been waiting for this for a long time. God. I gotta thank you guys. It means a lot to me. You guys are the reason why I got partnered. If you're wondering who I got partnered with, it's with Awesomeness TV. These guys, I don't know quite a bunch about them yet.
So let me just stop him right there. 2013 Conman167. Dude. Hey, dude. I've got a little something for you right here, okay? This is going to be some advice to anybody. And this is 2013 Conman167, okay, right over there. That's young Conman. This is before Conman had any experience on the world of YouTube, okay? He's just getting started. And that is a face right there of a man who just signed a 2-year contract to Awesomeness TV to partner his channel, and one of the biggest mistakes he ever made of his YouTube career. Yes, that's right. So kind of a fun little, not fun, story, I guess we could say. When I first came onto YouTube here, I wanted to be partnered because back when YouTube was just kind of starting out, YouTube, to earn ad revenue, you needed to be a part of the YouTube partner plan. YouTube partner program is what I was trying to say. And that's how you enabled the ability to advertise on your channel. And the way that you did that was by hooking your channel up through an MCN, a multi-channel network. And Awesomeness TV was one of those multi-channel networks that signed my brand new channel, basically brand new, with zero following, essentially. Like, I think it had like 200 subs on my channel or something like that. So they took a channel that had absolutely nothing going for it. They knew for a fact that they were not going to provide any services towards the channel. They weren't going to help me out in any senses because it was too small of a channel. But what they did is they made me sign a 2-year contract, and that meant that my 70-30 revenue split for those 2 years, they were earning 30% of the revenue on my channel for doing absolutely nothing. That's what happened there. I got my first 2 years of YouTube,
viewer discretion is advised.
Was in a horrendous contract with Awesomeness TV. Just really brutal. I didn't end up doing my due diligence before signing my contract with them.
What on earth? It's Dominic! That's Dominic Mysterio. Dominic, get out of there! What in the...
Ever make a mistake of doing it again.
What's Dominic gonna do? Ray's son! What's the towel? The towel!
But still, it was a well-learned mistake
trying to throw in the towel for his father.
Awesomeness TV. Sorry guys. Sorry. Was the TV loud for that entire commercial break? No, it wasn't live for that entire... Anyways, I'm barely speaking English here at this point. For whatever reason. Anyways, long story short, essentially Awesomeness TV hooked the channel in for 2 years. The channel grew from, what was it? That would take me to 2015 to 2015. It grew from a channel size, I believe, of 200 subscribers to 5 or 6,000, something like that. So yeah, it was relatively interesting to watch happen at the start. That 5-star frog splash from him, though, was incredible. I'm watching this Rey Mysterio Brock Lesnar match once again. Dominic and Rey Mysterio almost pinned Brock. I thought at that very moment when they did the double pin that Rey Mysterio was becoming the WWE champion. Crazy. Anyways, what am I trying to say right now, everybody? Is that if you are a brand new YouTube channel, do not make the same mistake that I made and sign on to a multi-channel network for anything longer than a year. Honestly, if you have the ability, make sure when you sign on to a multi-channel network that you have the ability to opt out at any month. And unfortunately speaking, the majority of us, the majority of smaller YouTubers, don't get that ability to negotiate. But I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? This is the best advice I can give you when it comes to multi-channel networks. If you feel like at the time you are not getting the best deal possible for your channel, in a year's time, in 2 years' time, however long you sign that contract for, you are going to be getting a worse deal as a result because your channel exponentially grows. As you upload more videos to your catalog, more views can come into your channel. More people can watch your videos, and that means larger revenue split for the people that take that 30% or whatever from you. So do not sign on to a contract that you do not have the ability to either opt out of relatively easily and unscathed, or don't sign for long-term contracts. I personally like to sign 3 to 4 month contracts. I'm honestly right now, guys, I'm not underneath a MCN. I'm not underneath a multi-channel network. I haven't been since I left. What was the name of them again? Why am I forgetting the name of their MCN? Since I left... Frig, what's the name of it? I gotta look through my past messages. I'm blanking so hard. Scale Lab. So I was linked underneath Scale Lab for about a year and a half, and then I became unlinked back in August, end of August last year. So start of September, kind of when I was moving, I took a look at everything going on, and I decided I didn't want to be a part of MCN anymore. I didn't feel like I was getting the value that had been offered to me at the time when I signed a multi-channel network, and I didn't feel that it made sense that somebody could be taking a percentage of my earnings when they did nothing in return for the channel. So yeah, that's kind of what I got to say there regarding MCNs. If you don't have to sign a contract, or sign on for a long contract, don't. Protect your channel, protect yourself, because you never know when your channel is going to blow up. And this is what I literally mean, you never know when your channel is going to blow up. My channel, going into Royal Rumble, actually not even going into Royal Rumble, sorry, let me take one step back. My channel going into SummerSlam of 2016, NXT TakeOver the night before, my channel was at 8,000 subscribers. I hit 10,000 subscribers at when I first started streaming WWE. I got 100,000 views on the very first time I streamed the WWE draft back in 2016. People were flocking to the channel like they had never done before, and that was simply because it was time for my channel to catch its break. I switched content up, found my way, found content that I was good at creating, and the next thing you know, all of you guys ended up flooding into our live chat, talking about wrestling together, and that started to take off. But then the channel got the 3-month suspension there because I was streaming actual footage of the video. That's on me. I deserved that 3-month suspension for sure. Once I came back from the 3-month suspension, we streamed WWE TLC, which was fine, but the channel did not take off until the Royal Rumble 2017. The very first time me and Bob streamed simultaneously next to each other. We were, I believe, #3 worldwide trending. That video to this day has almost pulled in 1 million views. That was my break. That was my legitimate break on YouTube. I didn't have a quote-unquote break before that. Yeah, sure, I was just over 10,000 subs, and I was super proud of that. But when I left, literally, when we left the Royal Rumble, I had jumped up to 25,000 subs. Folks, that is what I mean. You never know when your break is going to come, because that one night I gained more subscribers than I had in my entire YouTube career. That one simple night. You never know when your break is going to come. You got to keep pushing hard. You got to keep grinding until you get that day. And if you love what you do, if you truly love what you do and you love producing the content, then I guarantee you are going to be successful with your channel at some point. Whether it's a success of 2,000 subs, whether it's a success of 2 million subs. If you care about it, you put effort into it, it will be successful in some way, shape, or form. But you never know when your break comes. And don't sign on to those multi-channel networks. Do not do it. If you're going to do a channel, the content should be something you love and can grow organically. Absolutely, yeah, like this channel, when it started as me playing my favorite video game at the time. Literally, that's all it was. Started by me playing Minecraft. That was it. I literally streamed Minecraft. Not streamed, recorded. Recorded a video of me playing Hunger Games, Minecraft, and then I started recording a survival series, and then I started marketing myself. I missed your dono. Oh, I apologize there, Tingerlin. I'll get right to it, okay, bud? Yeah, I started just marketing myself, started sending emails out to people. Back in the day, you know, self-marketing was a thing that you did on YouTube. It was a thing that was done back in the day. You actually had messages right on YouTube. So I sent a mass amount of messages to people just looking for advice on videos. Say, can you watch my video? Give me some advice, you know, nothing more. And yeah, it must have been annoying back in the time, but I got the right few amount of people that gave me the proper advice, and eventually I was invited onto the Chaos Craft server as a result of those emails. So don't be afraid to go about pursuing your dreams, what it is that you want to do. Even if it's stupid, even if people say that, oh, that's going to be stupid, nobody's going to want to watch that. I can promise you, if you want to create that content, and if you want to go out there and put time and effort into that content, and it's enjoyable to watch and you enjoy watching it, there's going to be somebody else out there who enjoys it, and there's going to be another one. There's going to be another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And once you build that community, it takes off from there. Once you have your community at your fingertips that support you, that push you to want to create content for them, there's no stopping you. Okay, so let's read this $2 dono from Tingleman. He says, do you think Becca would go out with that con man? Do I think Becca would go out with that con man? No, we've talked about this. We've talked about this. It's very good that we met when we did, because we're not sure that we would have liked either of our adolescent self. WWE legit are announcing matches right now. Oh my god. Yeah, that's all they're doing right now. Remember, everybody, if you wish to vote for who you guys think is going to win at WrestleMania, we got the poll available right on the Discord server, so click on down in the description below, head on over there, and join our Discord server, okay?
But just days before the Beast Incarnate will defend his WWE Championship at WrestleMania against Drew McIntyre, the Beast is here.
Oh, Brock Lesnar, up next, live. Gavin Wilson, thank you for your $1 dono there, bud. I appreciate it. Do I like Pokemon? Yeah, I grew up playing Pokemon a lot, actually. It was one of the few games that, not few, but it was one of the games that I sunk my teeth in. Just added like 3 matches, SMH. Did they? Okay, let me rewind real quickly here, Steve Taylor, okay? So Roman Reigns versus Goldberg, we know that's going on. Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, yeah. Aleister Black versus Bobby Lashley. Thought he was supposed to miss WrestleMania. Not sure about that one. They might have to fix that. Tag Team Championship's going to be Austin Theory and Angel Garza versus the Street Profits, okay. Otis versus Dolph Ziggler is going down. Cool. Elias versus King Corbin. We knew that was going on. The SmackDown Tag Team Triple Threat. Usos, New Day, and Miz and Morrison. We'll see if that continues on. Rob Gronkowski hosting WrestleMania. And that's Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler. Daniel Bryan versus Sami Zayn. These have all been announced here, my friend. Oh, that's a new one. Hang on. No, it's not. Hang on. Naomi versus Lacey Evans versus Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Tamina. That has been announced already. What else? Edge versus Randy Orton, yeah, that's going to be big. Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, yeah, that's going to be good. Boneyard match between Undertaker and AJ Styles, yeah, that's been announced previously. The Fiend versus Bray Wyatt, and Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar. Yeah, that's all of them. No, all those matches have been announced already. Nothing's new there.
What's that?
Unless I missed something.
Your premiums from going up due to your first claim. Let's make like an egg and scramble.
Yeah, Roman Reigns announced he will not be there. Yes. Roman Reigns will not be at WrestleMania, folks.
For 60 years, Little Caesars has believed that every family has the right to pizza night, which is why our pizza is cooked at 475 degrees, never touched.
Do I think Ryback versus Brock would be a squash match? Too hard to say. Too hard to say. If you could say one thing to your younger self, what would it be?
Oh, Bob. Fantastic.
And I've never been plumper.
Have more self-confidence.
Ever.
Have more self-confidence. You're a nice kid.
Of course not. Someone's a little prick.
Just have more self-confidence. That's all it would. Honestly, that's what I need to say to the younger guy. He was a little shy, there was no in between with Conman when he was young. Okay, there was either he's shy, he doesn't say a word, he kind of hides in his room, he doesn't really go out and be social, and then there was the guy who loved to party and drink and have a great time with his friends. There was no in between. I was never really good growing up, and still to this day, honestly, never really good at finding that in between of either going party mode, and I mean party, fun, have a great time, drink a lot, have a good night, versus don't go out, versus stay in the house, versus don't bother with the outside world, right? Those are the two opposites with me. And right now, obviously, I'm in a lot better of a spot than when I was back in, say, high school. Let's go into university, at least. In university, it was definitely one of those. I would hide, essentially, in my room almost all day. Like, sometimes days on end. I wouldn't leave. I just wouldn't interact with the people I lived with, even. I was very...
Ladies and gentlemen,
what's the word?
Name is Paul Heyman.
Just kind of not wanting to go out there. Anyways, don't have to focus about this. Right now it's Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman.
Disputed WWE heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar. I hate to be the one to ever pull
thanks,
back
Charles Wright. I
the
appreciate it, buddy.
curtain on this industry. I believe in the magic of WWE. I love being in a business where we take larger than life personalities and we embellish and we exaggerate and we market and we promote them to a global audience. This is the final segment of the final Monday Night Raw before this year's WrestleMania, the most unique WrestleMania of our lifetimes, and not just because it's the only WrestleMania that's too big for just one night. We're all living through the most unique time in our lifetimes together.
Yep.
They call this the Go Home segment on the Go Home Raw to WrestleMania. And if you look at the past almost 20 years, who stands here in this ring in the Go Home segment for the Go Home Raw before WrestleMania? More often than not, your champion, Brock Lesnar. Why is that? Because year in and year out at WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar is the beast to slay, the conqueror to conquer, the one to beat on the single biggest show of the year. This year, Drew McIntyre has truly stepped up. My compliments, sir. Much respect to you. Why? Because Drew McIntyre is that special. Compared to the guy on the street, Drew McIntyre is that special. Compared to the dumbass in the gym who says, I can do that WWE stuff. No, you can't. Drew McIntyre is special. Compared to that locker room. And let's be honest with each other. That is the most extraordinary roster in the history of this industry.
Yep,
Drew
it is.
McIntyre, compared to all of them, is that special. You know who else was special? The Rock, who got laid out and beat by Brock Lesnar the first time Brock ever went after that title. You know who else was special? The immortal Hulk Hogan, whose blood was wiped across Brock Lesnar's chest like some medieval warlord conquering the past. You know who else was special? Randy Couture. You know who else was special? Shane Carwin, John Cena, The Undertaker. They were all not just special. They were legends. They were Hall of Famers. They were icons that stood above all the other icons. And at the end of the day, when they got into the ring against a once ever athlete like Brock Lesnar, you know what happened? They ended up like everyone else. Not so god special, but just Brock's bitch.
Whoa.
Drew McIntyre does not need for me to embellish or exaggerate or market or promote just how damn good that Claymore kick is. So was the Rock Bottom. So was Hulk Hogan's leg drop. So was Randy Couture and Shane Carwin's knockout punch. So was John Cena's attitude adjustment. So was The Undertaker's choke slam and tombstone at WrestleMania. And none of them worked on Brock Lesnar on the day that Brock Lesnar stepped in the ring, and it truly mattered after the bell rang. Now that Brock Lesnar knows that the Claymore kick is coming to him, one of two things is going to happen. Either Brock Lesnar has now mastered a strategy that will avoid the Claymore kick, or Brock Lesnar will eat a Claymore kick, and then we're going to find out if the Claymore kick can take down Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
I have something for you. It's more than a prediction. It's more than a spoiler. It's an absolute guarantee. Next year, on the Go Home segment, on the Go Home Raw, before WrestleMania, you know who's going to be standing here? Brock Lesnar, with the title over his shoulder. You know what I'll be talking about? The fact that Drew McIntyre, just like everyone else, had a great story to tell. His more compelling than others because he's the right guy in the right place with the right look at the right time. But he got beaten fugly at the 2020 WrestleMania by the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world, Brock Lesnar, because this year at WrestleMania, Drew McIntyre walks in special. And Drew McIntyre walks out just like everybody else.
Wow.
Nothing more than Brock's
bitch. Wow. That was great. Great ending. Yeah, so the promos tonight, guys, were really good. Honestly, great promo night for Monday Night Raw. They're really trying to sell us on the matches at WrestleMania, which is good. So yeah, a few things that I see people commentating about right here. The fact that they bleeped out the word damn, but then they proceeded to use damn a couple other times. The reason that that was bleeped out because it was preceded with the word God, followed by the word damn, and that is a curse that you cannot use on television. So that was the reason that was blocked out. And then, of course, Paul Heyman's promos are absolutely incredible. Also, people asking about the word fugly. That means effing ugly. He's going to lose in an effing ugly way sort of deal. That's kind of what he was going for. So there we go, everybody. That brings us to the end of the show here today. Thank you so very much for watching. I really hope you guys did enjoy. I don't think we're going to be uploading any reaction clips again here, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a weird time for the reaction channel, the Conman Reacts channel, but it's just, there really hasn't been any monumental moments that have happened on these shows with them being taped. There's been some good moments, but not necessarily good enough to the point that I feel like I want to upload my reaction over there. But that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for watching. Once again, I really hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you leave a like on your way out. Also, making sure you are subscribed. I will not be here tomorrow, okay? I know Impact Wrestling is still airing their show tomorrow, and I know NWA has some sort of different pop-up random past pay-per-view or something like that they're going to air. But I will not be here tomorrow, okay, guys? No NWA tomorrow, no Impact Wrestling tomorrow night. We'll be back once again on Wednesday with the final edition of Wednesday Night Bob before Conmania, and of course with NXT and AEW. Until then, everybody, take care. Enjoy the rest of your evening. I've been Con, and that was Monday Night Raw.